Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. We're glad to have you here. A special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Greetings. We hope you enjoy your first taste of what it is that Fortune's Blade has to offer. All of it. It's a lot. So, buckle up. Strap in. I almost combined those two, so that would have been really weird. But I got it right the first time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that one. If you want more after this first taste, or if you are a regular watcher of this, there are a lot of ways that you can keep up with all of us here at Dicefunctional, as well as Fortune's Blade specifically. If you like watching live, twitch.tv/Dicefunctional, where we do this live every Saturday, in addition to playing some other video games throughout the week. If you prefer YouTube as your platform of choice, just check out, there I go, combining words again. Just check out Dicefunctional on YouTube, where we have all of our previous episodes. That includes 123 other sessions of this game, in addition to some Monster of the Week, some one-shots, and some video game content, and some art content as well. Let's not forget that. If you prefer just listening to us, just search Dicefunctional on your favorite podcast app, where you can find all of the adventures of Fortune's Blade, so you can listen at whatever pace it is that you like. Wherever, whatever it is that you're doing. You could be playing your own D&D game and listening to our D&D game. Think about that. Think about how wild that would be.
Don't do that. That would be so mean to the DM. Please don't do that.
You have the one ear in, you're listening to the one thing and doing the other thing. It's research while you're doing the thing.
No.
There you go. Deception. Yeah, don't do that. But you could, though, if you wanted to.
No.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow us on socials, at Dicefunctional with an underscore is where we are on Twitter. Follow Dicefunctional on Instagram. We're also on TikTok. We also have an amazing website. Just search Dicefunctional, and you can find our amazing website with all sorts of very cool art, also with some information not only about the characters themselves, but the other characters that we play in other tabletop RPGs, and ourselves as creators. That's the whole rundown. I can't believe I'm getting really good at doing that. I only tripped over one word this time. And I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, so I'm getting pretty good at that. Anyway, we have stuff to get to because our characters are literally in one of the hells. So we're going to have some fun. Let's hopefully not die. Connor, take it away!
So, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had made their way into the interstitial plane of Gehenna, next to Hell and the Abyss. It is essentially a plane where the fiends of the lower planes do their trades. And the party came to this conclusion very swiftly when they arrived at the crawling city of Gehenna, making its way up the plane itself that is constantly at a 45-degree angle. They found what appeared to be an auction for several souls that appeared to be chained and bound up on a stage, with an incubus leading the actual procession itself. And in the process of doing so, they found that there wasn't only souls there was also a living body. What turned out to be a celestial what turned out to be an Aasimar, by the name of Bjorn, which the party all loved. They then used poor Bjorn as a scapegoat, made the demons and daemons fight over him. Devils and daemons. And then used him to get away, and then took him with them, where they then found where Gael's mother and lover, these are two separate people. I was not referring to the same person. Mother and lover, they are separate.
There are two bodies.
Yes, there are two separate bodies. They found where their bodies would be, and the only well-kept home in Gehenna, which they then found out to be the home of one Jegthuk, who then turned out to be a pit fiend, who then left his home to deal with the situation at the auction site. Where we had just left off, you guys had managed to get rid of Bjorn, You're the sweet, sweet boy. And we're now getting ready to get in that home as fast as possible and then get the fuck out.
So we're not rid of him yet. We have to go back to. Say,
This is also true. You're not completely rid of him yet,
He's
but still,
Avro's problem
you're
now.
close.
He is average.
we gave a note where he is expecting us by name.
Where, like a lost dog.
We gave him instructions. He could figure it out on his own.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about him right now. Okay.
By the way, these sounds of hell that you can hear playing in the background have been ever so graciously been supplied by, let me double check, Darkness Prevails Podcast on SoundCloud. Great name, and very nice little soundscape. But, welcome to hell, everybody. Or Gehenna, technically. What's the plan?
To break into this house.
You're right. Actually, first off, let's just move you guys over to that map so you can see this house.
Please.
And know where you are going or going to try to get in.
Udi,
Yeah. What?
you have a thing to let you throw stuff?
I do.
How long does it last?
An hour.
So, we can get it out and then either you or Haru can dispel it?
Yes.
Be arranged.
I'll be Haru so that way you're not wasting 2 spell slots.
Okay.
That way
So-
we're balancing out who's using what.
So we're not going to put you guys on this map as it's not terribly necessary for you to be on the map itself. It's more so that I wanted you guys to get a nice good view of the front section of this home, and namely the most noticeable things that are present on the map itself. So tell me when everybody's loaded in.
And we still have to do with the
Yep.
cords.
We're sitting at a solid 50%. And Jolly said just keep in mind we took damage earlier.
Yeah,
Yes, some
so-
of you are.
Most
Not
of
you are-
us should have been healed up, though.
Yeah, we healed up before.
No, it's
I
still...
didn't heal up. I didn't.
It might not have been fully.
I don't think I'm full, but I'm up some. Oh no, I am, and I have temporary hit points.
Same.
So if we need, what did my sheet?
Your sheet just got yeeted into the ether. What the fuck just happened?
Don't look at me. I didn't do anything.
I tried to explain. So I took it and I went to pull it up so that way it wasn't in the middle of the screen, and it went.
It just vanished.
Oh.
Brand.
But no, some people have exhaustion and some people are still pretty injured.
Yeah.
Yes. Gael and Dea still have 1 point of exhaustion each.
Yep. I still have
of
some
you
damage
harmed.
on me.
Yeah,
So
Gael was the only one not healed.
now that you can all see the map, what you would notice
Addie
is
still
that
took so much damage she's not fully healed.
what you guys have noticed is that this place is still on the same stone floor of the crawling city itself, and it doesn't. It appears that most of the city has that same kind of stone material on it. None of those like rusted pipe trees are near the actual place. It looks like there are a few spots where there are something akin to stumps where one of them was cleared out. It just looks like someone like cut a pipe literally and just removed the tree. The actual opening to the area, like to the actual primary courtyard, has a fence, which does have an open gate, but inside you see that there are 2 guards. Both of them look like they're barbed devils. But there are also what appear to be decorative flaming skulls on the roof.
Oh god, they're probably not second.
Side, and then one at the very center top.
So what you're telling me is this is a Motorhead show. Got it. I'm here for this.
Sick as hell.
Skulls.
Before we go too far into this, I'm gonna take out my map and make sure there's not an entrance on the side or something we could ambush.
There are no entrances on the side.
I didn't figure since we had a map, but still wanted to try.
Map is still useful for locating a spot to enter in through the wall.
I mean, we should probably avoid the flaming heads. Feel like they're watching us.
Do the flaming
Watching
skulls look like they could attack if we approach?
That would probably be a perception check.
Cool. I will do that with my very good perception.
Hey, you asked.
As we know.
I know.
She's famous for her perception.
The very good
perspective.
perception.
I rolled a 3.
Yep. Rudy's doing this.
You look up at the flaming skulls that are positioned on the roof, and as you watch them, no, you're not sure. No, yeah, you don't think so.
Hey, Connor.
Not really. Maybe. What's up?
I don't. Okay.
Can I use Divine Sense?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Do the skulls give off fiendish energy?
You're gonna go blind.
It's
All the
fiend,
senses you
fey,
get.
celestial. What else does it do?
Fiend, Fey,
Divine
Celestial, I think is the big.
Undead.
Undead is the other one.
Undead's the other one. Let me
No, it doesn't
look
do
it up.
Fey because
No.
that's annoying.
Oh,
But it's
no, that's
Celestial,
that's
Fiend, and
another
Undead. Detect Good and
Um,
Evil does Fey.
Gotcha. That's it. It is not fiendish. It is undead.
Yeah, those things are alive. Sort of. They're unalive. Undead.
You got there.
I'm alive.
Eventually.
You're moving.
They're just there. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we don't know if they're capable of doing something wild, like throwing a fireball. That seems like something that would happen, right?
Feels like it.
I don't know if we maybe we can stealth by them after we deal with. We need to deal with the two at the got date, because if we can stealth by these, maybe we can.
I think we should maybe avoid the front entrance entirely and try to enter through some other part of the building. Because this... what was it? Jegthuk?
Jegthuk.
We also
They-
don't have a ton of time.
Yes,
Yeah, we gotta
they
do it
are
for
going to
Facebook.
be coming back through the front entrance.
Was it our initial idea to make a hole in the wall?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can do that.
Might as well.
That reminds me.
Oh no, you're just.
I mean, if we make a hole in the wall,
Connor
knew that was
putting a timer. He said
if we
he
put a
would
hole in the
do-
wall, we have control over the flow getting to us.
Okay.
So
Timer has started.
Let's go do
Okay.
that.
let's just put a hole in the wall.
It seems like the best plan we got at the time, and we don't have a lot of time to discuss.
Yes.
Rudy?
Hole in the wall where? Just point me where.
Probably.
Use the map and enter into a
No.
side room.
You're probably best to pick a side spot because I don't know if these skulls have blind
It's like
spots.
one of these.
It doesn't
So
have
I-
to necessarily be right here, it can be around the building.
So I was going to point out this is very much just the front end of the building, more intended so as like a battle map if necessary. I have to account for it. The actual building itself does extend further to the sides. Think of it as kind of a U-shaped building, and you can kind of go around the back end if you need to, or at least you think you can.
Let's just go to the side.
And I will have detect magic up until I otherwise need concentration.
Hey, Rudy. The last of your, like, detecting, creatures is probably still up, right?
Think so, but it's probably gonna run out soon. I mean, I can do it again. It's fine.
I just need to know, is it on the left or right so we know which side to enter on?
Left or right? I don't know. Connor, is it on the left or right?
Up.
Up?
It's up. This is the second floor.
It's on
Okay.
the.
Oh.
There's,
So it doesn't really matter then. We gotta get
I-
in behind the stairs.
all right. Tell me where.
Right side?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right.
Hard
That's
side.
like, I'm just making a decision because we're gonna
Strong
sit here and argue it if I don't.
Yeah.
Strong side.
Well, I don't know, guys. The right side might be a little scary. Maybe we should try.
No, we're doing the right
Not
side.
doing
We'll
this.
fight through it if we have
What
to.
if we went through the roof?
I'm putting my foot down.
Consider.
All right. I'm gonna climb up, and then I'm gonna put down a rope. I'm just kidding. Let's go. Please.
All right.
We're moving.
Okay.
Let us in.
Going around the right side. And
Timer's going
I-
down. We're scared.
Okay. Yeah. the
I'm
timer's
fine
going
with timer. Timer good.
We're not.
Yeah,
Timer bad.
Just let us in, Connor. We're not arguing anymore. We're vamping.
on. Oh yes, I know. Don't worry. So you make your way over to the right-hand side of the building. As you are doing so, you look over at the right-hand side of the building, and just to make sure, map right or like facing the building right.
I was doing map right just because.
Okay, that's fine. Map right. Okay. So you make your way over to the right-hand side of the map. And as you're doing so, you look and see that the very back section of the actual building itself looks like it's just kind of hanging out over some kind of not like a cliff face, per se, but like some kind of a spot where the city isn't fully there, and it's kind of collapsing inward. You see the back half does have a curve to it, where like there is some kind of an open windowed area, but you think you can maybe just kind of like do pass wall and get in through the right-hand wall of the building.
Okay.
By the way, I'm going to need a round of stealth checks from everybody.
Other side note, I am going to cast Death Ward on Maddie just in case if someone sees through, because she will be a target, especially in a place like this.
I was gonna do that, but I was debating whether to heal myself or not.
You can
do it on other people.
That's 2 great rolls from Dea.
Okay.
Even at disadvantage.
Do you guys have
Shit, it's
pass without
disadvantage.
trace up?
Forgot about that.
What was that, Gunner?
Do you guys have pass without trace up or no?
We had it before we entered the city.
Okay.
Like, right before we entered.
Did we?
Right.
I'll double check the timing
No,
on
we
it.
didn't.
We
No,
did.
you
I
didn't
actually
use it.
cast it.
I wanted to save the spell.
Alright.
You're
Yeah.
right. Do you want pass without trace up?
Do you guys want past that, Chase?
I think so, yeah.
Might be good, because also there's not going to be evidence of stuff in the house.
Yeah.
I'll cast it then.
Okay,
Good thing
pass
you
without
did.
trace. In that case, Dea has a 38.
Great. I
On a-
rolled a
only
16
on a-
total.
Okay. 29
got
from Haru.
No.
Yeah, plus 8,
Oh
10.
shit. Plus 10 because of
plus 10.
the 26. I think she meant she got a 6 on the die.
Yes.
No, I got a 4 on the die. I have a plus 2. And plus 10 is
Which
16
means
total.
16 total.
I rolled real bad,
Jace,
y'all.
what'd you get, bud?
You still did better.
I forgot I had disadvantage. I was excited because at first I rolled an 18, but no, I have a 7 on the die plus 2 for 9
19.
plus 10 is 19.
19.
Haru got a 29. Maddie?
I didn't do it yet. I was waiting.
That's fine.
You're good.
That's
27.
27.
yuck.
Erudite got a 16.
She got
What'd you
on
get?
as a total with Pass Without Trace. What?
I rolled
Reroll.
extremely well. I have a 29 total with the plus 10.
Very good. Okay. And Rosif?
I rolled an 8 on the die, plus 8, plus 10, so
26.
26.
26. Okay, so that's a good number of rolls that are above 20. Very
Thank
good.
you guys.
You guys managed to
I don't know how I did that. Don't thank me.
you guys managed to sneak your way over to the side of the building. Erudite, you're going to cast Pass Wall.
I will, yeah, I will mark that I
Let
did
me
it.
double check the wording on the spell.
I don't think it's concentration.
DSM. It is not concentration. Good. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, you can cast Pass Wall, and passage
will mark
of your point. You can see on a wooden, plaster, or stone surface, which means yes, this counts. Becomes a hole, 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, 20 feet deep. Plenty of room. So you are able to knock a hole into the building. Roughly how far along the right side wall are you going to be doing it? I paused the timer right now because I'm discussing minutia with you, so don't worry.
I want to do it like far enough in so that like it's not immediately noticeable.
Okay, so at least past the midpoint.
Yeah.
Preferably into a small side room or something like that where there's not going to be a lot of through fare there.
I was gonna say how would we know that, but I have my map out.
Exactly.
In that case, you know, right at the very midpoint of the building, there is what appears to be a room inside of a hall. If you go too far down, you'd see that there's a big old open kitchen that has an adjoining hallway that leads right to the main entrance.
Oh, room
So-
it is.
Yeah. Okay, so you cast Pass Wall and open up a big hole into what appears to be some kind of a small, almost like a bedroom, but just judging by the actual look of the interior of itself, this bedroom is unused. It is dusty. It is decrepit. Not decrepit. It is all in good shape, and the actual furnishings are very nice, but it's completely unused.
solved your pit fiend puzzle. He's just lonely. He doesn't have any
Fucking
friends.
nerd.
He needs a girlfriend.
He doesn't have any fun.
Or boyfriend. Or just a general partner.
I just want to get pegged.
I mean, Rose Strap is pretty big.
Oh my god.
I know her strap. Anyway.
So you guys are inside of a hallway room on the first floor. What do you want to do?
Where's the staircase?
The staircase appears to be at the end of either one of the wings on the right and left hand side. So you would have to go out of this room into the hall.
Gonna look at the door with detect magic. Make sure
Okay.
there's no
Detect
arcane things there.
Detect magic reveals that there is indeed some kind of a marking here on the actual door itself. It is evocation magic.
All right. I will.
I have Dispel Magic prepared today, actually.
Do you want to dispel that, Mercy?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, we're going to hell, might as well prepare that. I don't have many 3rd level spots, and as long as I leave one. So yeah, I'll dispel it.
So you use dispel magic on the door, and it's that 3rd level, right?
Yeah.
Okay, with a and the smell of sulfur, the magical effect fades away on the door.
And there's no further ones.
You do not notice any others on this door.
There do not appear to be any further arcane traps on this.
I'm gonna take just a moment to do a brief listen and peek that hallway to make sure there's no one coming or going.
Perception check.
Actually, on that note, let me just
Hold on,
make sure I
disadvantage.
read my features.
I want to just. Where did that
Watching
one
it
go?
go from 26 to 16 is very sad.
What are the walls made of, and what is the thickness?
Wood mostly. Thickness-wise, what's the average thickness of a wall? Like 6 inches, something like that.
Not
If it's-
thick enough wood to block whatever sense you got.
Yep,
No.
if it's under 3 feet, life sense will go through it.
Yes, the walls are absolutely under 3 feet thick.
Yeah, but life sense is also only within 30 feet, and hallways are usually longer
Yeah.
than 30 feet, so.
But yeah, you would be able to just kind of, you can go out through the door and you don't hear anything, Dea, not with a 16.
Okay. I think it's clear. Let's. I'm just motioning towards.
All right. There we go.
Okay. Make your way inside of the actual hall itself. To the right-hand side, leading up further into the wing, you'd see that there is the spiral staircase that would allow you to go upwards, if you so choose.
I think we choose. I don't think anyone's in disagreement there.
Yeah. The hall itself, you see, is fairly straightforward. You see that there is a large, what looks like kind of like a bright cherry red rug on the actual floor itself, and some statues that are on the sides holding these like halberds. Again, all in pristine, all in very good shape, all very pretty, and very well decorated. Behind you in the hall, you see that there's actually a kitchen. I paused the timer again, don't worry. And you see that there's a large countertop with like a sink and other stuff like that for someone to cook. But everything here appears to be larger than usual. The doorways are larger and wider. The cutlery is all larger and intended for bigger hands. Everything appears to be supersized, let's say. Oh, also, for the sake of keeping track, what is the marching order?
I think Maddie should be in the middle.
I'd say, I would say, even with disadvantage, probably still Dea up front to just look for traps and stuff.
Mercy should be up front as well with the map.
And
Map and Infernal, so if there's a sign.
Yes.
Haru also in the front part of the group, not necessarily front, but because of detect magic.
And we should have Gael in the back, so we have a tank in the back as well.
I'll be in the back with a gun.
Gael gets my turret.
So Gael in the very rear, then Ro. After Ro moving forward, Erudite.
Yeah, and then Maddie
Okay.
can go in front of me.
Then Maddie. Then we have, it's an option between Haru, Mercy, and Deo. Going from the back forward, what's next?
Let me put it this way. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna suggest Haru, then Dea, then Mercy.
Mercy.
Is Haru in fox form or is he in person form?
Person.
He's in the
Person form.
disguise thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Person.
If he's in disguise, then yeah.
Okay, Haru.
That's if he was not. I do not want the squishy person in the front.
Yeah, but he's still close enough to the front to detect magic stuff in a. Before we
Okay,
catch it.
that's good. In that case, you guys, you want to go to the staircase, I'm assuming?
No, we just want to look at it for a while.
Yeah, I
Just
have to
wanna wait for it
check.
to come back. You know,
Fucking
I saw the
smart
listing
ass.
I saw the listing on
Tired.
Zillow, but it's like it's different when you see it in person.
Yeah.
You know those point and click adventures where you press it constantly and wait for something to change in the dialogue?
I have to describe things because this is verbal. I have to verbally describe things, and I pause the timer for you guys to be nice.
Yeah.
I think he does. If we make him a nice meal, I think he'll be very understanding.
Yeah.
He's lonely and he's hungry.
Doesn't
I'm
have
starting the
urine.
time. I'm starting the timer.
That's a threat.
You guys make your way further over towards the staircase, and Mercy. With advantage, as you do not see it coming,
Fuck you, that doesn't hit.
doesn't hit. The cherry red rug underneath you lunges up and tries to wrap around your person. But you do manage to kind of like kick your way out of it really quickly as this rug is trying to get on you. But you see that you. Oh yes.
I have actually a thought with this. As soon as it comes up and misses her, Mercy's gonna go, Gael, bag of holding, and she's gonna try to wrangle it into the bag of holding.
Make an
All right.
athletics check.
All right.
I'm gonna release it into nature where it truly belongs.
No, but if we get rid of it, we don't have to worry about it on the way back.
If Gael is is Gael able to assist because Gael's trying to help get it in?
You're helping by bringing the bag.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I rolled a 17 on the die plus 9.
Its athletics check is basically the same as its strength score, so it's just going to be a +5.
That's
Well,
strong rug.
I should correct
It
myself.
is.
It's athletics. That's 3 plus proficiency. It's only an 11. So you manage to grab hold of this rug of smothering and you start stuffing it into the fucking bag of holding as quick as possible. And Gael, you just kind of close it back up.
Yep.
And you feel the bag as like something is moving inside the bag, but you just kind of keep it clamped shut.
Gael
I'm gonna need
smacks the
a-
bag.
Yeah, I'm just gonna need you to roll me an athletics check.
All right.
What? The bug
That
doesn't have any
disadvantage,
sharp
though.
things.
Oh, I know.
We're kidnapping a rug.
That is gonna be.
Do you want to keep dealing with it? Because we're gonna have to.
That's a 9 + 9 for 18,
18, unless it rolls well.
even at disadvantage.
Because if
No,
we
it's 5, not 5.
leave it,
No.
Shout
so
out to the
scared.
2 people with exhaustion still rolling well on the check that they're good at, by the way.
So you kind of keep the bag held shut and you kind of like tighten up the strap. It'll be tough for it to leave, but it's not happy. It's not trying to stay in the bag.
Gael
can
still
let it
punches
go.
the bag.
Huh?
Gael punches the bag.
Punch the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got this rug of smothering stuffed into your bag of holding.
again,
What
we
now?
would have to deal with it if we didn't take it.
I think we just keep going. Is what now?
Go, 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 go.
Okay, you move up the stairs real quickly. As you
But
make your way
quietly.
up to the stairs, you're getting quietly, yes. As you are doing so, you do hear some voices from behind, inside the actual first floor, where you hear them go, "What was that?" And you hear footsteps that are trying to go into the hall as you guys are heading up the stairs. Fortunately, group stealth checks mean that you guys basically passed with mostly 20s. inside of the second floor. You see that it opens up a little bit more, becomes a bit more of an open floor plan, and you see that the actual interior of this building appears to have a few spots where like things are locked up and held in place. Namely, you see that on the second floor there are multiple, essentially like cages. And inside there are various objects. There's one that holds what appears to be some kind of a sword that's been broken at the very, broken and right in the very middle. It looks like it was a great sword at some point, but it's missing half of it, so it's like a short sword more than anything. And it's just kind of locked up inside of this cage. You see that there is what appears to be some kind of a plate mail with this beautiful golden filigree and this white coloring to the plate itself. There are small books that have all been kind of held inside these little like bookcases that are like with like adamantine bars around them. Each of these has a lock on them. Each of them is locked up all on their own. But there is also a cage where there is one older-looking Firbolg woman holding what appears to be a gnarled wooden staff in one hand, with the other one at her side. And next to her is another one in its own separate cage, where there is another Firbolg woman who I don't even think we didn't really discuss what Aerith carried as a weapon.
Aerith would have had a staff as well.
Yeah, probably just be another staff. Yeah, this one would have a staff, but this one looks like it's degrading and starting to rot away. Like it's gotten like dry rot. Like it looks punky. The other one looks totally fine.
One's magic, one's not. Okay.
Detect magic on the room.
Okay, detect magic on the room reveals that the broken greatsword's magical. The plate mail's magical. The books are all magical. The staff that Gael's mother is holding is magical. And there are also a few other locations that have been locked up that don't necessarily appear to be magical, but likely have some miscellaneous loot inside of it.
The locks. Are the locks magical?
The locks themselves are not magical, but they look very complicated just by your trained eye.
And how big are the cages for most of these things, and are they attached to?
They are all attached to the ground. They've been built into the building itself, and the bars are actually close enough together that something small like an imp couldn't get in. Yes, Chase.
I have one very important thing to point out.
Yes.
For those of you wondering about the sizes of the cages and the bodies, Aerith and Gail's mom are all about 6 foot. Or no, they would be about 7'8", 7'9", about as thick as Gael. So the cages are fucking massive. Just
these are big cages.
Yeah.
Hey, Connor.
Yes.
We've solved your cage riddle.
You solved my cage riddle.
We solved your puzzle. Can I perhaps melt the locks?
Can you melt the locks? You certainly can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I would
are
like to-
also made out of adamantine, I'm not sure.
I wanna melt them with my
We can try.
cage.
You would like to melt them? Yes. It would be a roll for your alchemist's your alchemy skill.
I think that's a plus 13. It's under actions.
And Connor,
Don't act.
you
up?
said they're too small for an imp to fit through. Are
Yes,
they too small
for a
for
fox.
something like a weasel to fit through?
A
It
weasel
won't. Oh, yeah.
might be able to make its way through.
I may or may not have a weasel.
That's why I said something.
Perhaps I might have a weasel.
Just hit info.
It's tinkers or alchemy?
Alchemy.
We don't have the alchemy tool on her sheet.
Like, where is it?
Hold on.
That's your armor.
That is my armor. I don't know. We never made a button.
It's a plus 13. I know that much if I remember correctly.
I think it might actually be plus 15.
Oh yeah, because we've leveled a couple times.
Expertise plus proficiency
8 million things.
plus
here.
what?
Yeah, it's
you
15.
Plus 5, so yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a d20 plus 15.
Yes.
Okie dokie, okeechobee.
What'd you call me?
Okeechobee, that's an 8.
Plus 15. So 23.
Okay. You begin to use your alter shape on this, and you see that this already dull red material that makes up the locks begins to glow this angry, dull red, which then grows hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter until eventually it's actually gone from orange to almost a pure white glowing color. And this metal looks like it's having a really hard time holding together, but it's still maintaining its shape, and you think you might actually have to take some more time to fully melt it. You're doing good, but it's not deformed enough to fall apart.
Do you think if it's hot enough, we can shatter it at this point?
I don't know. The one thing I'm scared of is if it gets too hot, if it touches any of the ground or the floor of the house, we might have a house fire situation happening. So I don't really... That would be a lot of attention that I don't think we want.
Can I pour some of the water from my water skin on the glowing hot lock to cause thermal shock?
Just to think it would be thermal shock. In fairness, it is adamantine. It is incredibly strong. But you will immediately make it go as the steam, like the water doesn't even get close to touching it because of the Lindenfrost effect, in fairness. So it just immediately steams up and vaporizes.
You want to keep working on that one, and I'll try... What are we doing with the weasel exactly?
I'm just saying, it can fit in through the stuff, so if there's anything smaller within one of the cages, it could get in there.
But it won't
Maybe
have us,
drag it in.
it won't have us unlock the other one. I can...
Or would you...
Do you want me to try it?
Yeah, I'll melt my lock, you pick the other one.
I'll give it a shot.
This is actually something I should ask. Which one are you aiming for, Ro?
Best to do the non-magical one first.
I was gonna say whichever one I was pointed at.
Basically, are you going for Aerith or Gael's mom, or one of the other? Like, are you going for loot?
I'm going for one of the bolts.
Because they're priority.
Okay. We got priorities
that's fair.
here. Not
and
just yet.
Yeah, Deo, who are you going for?
The terrible gut row isn't doing.
Okay, that's fine. So, another roll from you. Another roll from you, Jill. Another roll from you, Becca. Thieves' Tools. Everybody else, what are you doing?
Can I try to break the lock on one of the other cages?
I was like, I want to go look and see what the books are.
You can certainly try that, Mercy. Do the athletics to try and break the lock. You can go look at the books themselves. The books all appear to be in different languages. One is something akin to Infernal, but not Infernal exactly. There is another one that looks to be in... looks to have been heavily bound up in chain and does not look like it has been touched in some time, and that one appears to be Celestial. And then there is another that looks like it's common and it just looks like a spell book.
Hey, Ludi, do you want to dump them in the book bag that I have?
Yeah, I have an idea. Give me the book bag.
She's gonna pass off the book bag and...
I rolled 25.
Total.
25? Okay, 25 total. Dea, the 20 on your Thieves' Tools is not enough to actually fully unlock it. And you don't hear anybody coming up the stairs, but you also recognize you're starting to run out of time. It's been long enough that you think a guy as dangerous as that pit fiend could have probably dealt with his issue. So you're having trouble with your lock. Ro, your lock is warping. It's starting to droop and fall apart, but it's still on enough that you can't remove it. Gael, Mercy, you were trying to break it off, right?
One of the other locks while I let those two deal with the main ones.
Athletics check. Gael, anything you want to do?
In this situation, no, Gael's just kind of... Gael's a little dumbstruck at the moment, seeing both of them.
Fair enough.
When the
Just
lock
kind of
doesn't
standing there.
immediately work, Dea's gonna turn to Gael and go, Gael! Like,
Oh, what?
ring, hammer, the lock.
Do we want to make noise?
We're running out of time.
Alright, fuck it. Gael's gonna rage and go for a hit.
Okay, hold on. Mercy, athletics.
I rolled a 20 total.
20 total? Okay. I'm guessing you're doing bare hands in this case, right? Because you were trying not to make noise at this moment, right? Okay, so just trying to pull it apart with your bare hands. This motherfucker's not budging. This is adamantine.
If I see Gael going for his weapon, the next time I do it, I'm using my sword.
I figured. Gael, swing.
I can guidance someone through.
Maybe Gael, since that's the more important one.
So Gael will have guidance.
Gael is raging.
Isn't it an attack roll? So guidance wouldn't work.
Well,
it's true, it would not work on an attack roll.
Well, if Gael and Mercy are attacking, I can just bless both of them.
Yeah. I will actually point out one thing. Maddie, you feel like there's something you can do here.
What? What does that mean?
You have a certain hand that you can cast that is very good at doing things that you can't.
You want me to use Bigby's hand to break
I'm
it?
just pointing it out. It's an option.
Unfortunately, I do not have that planned for me. I also have that, but I don't have it set up today.
For the sake of in case the pit fiend will come up and I would use it to, I don't know, shield whatever is necessary. Yeah, I'm gonna summon Bigby's hand.
Okay.
For this.
Right.
Okay, so
Gael, Mercy, and Bigby's hand will all have the bless.
The bless.
Since
Blessed
they're
up.
the attack ones.
Okay. Oh, so Gael, Mercy, you guys are all readying your attacks. Haru, you've cast bless. Maddie, you have done Bigby's hand. Dea, is there anything you want to do? There is still actually, Mercy, which one are you going for?
The one with the sword in it.
The one with the broken greatsword, okay. There's still one with plate mail. There's still the one with the books.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Nope, Erudite's going for the one with the books, so there's still the one with the plate mail. And there's the bright cherry red lock that is on one of the cages for the Firbolg. Let's say it's Irith. Okay?
Real quick. Is there anyone who's not currently trying to open a lock?
Would you count it like having bless just cast as a single action as being occupied?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Never mind, because I was gonna I have knock knock still. For any of us who are charisma casters.
Fair enough, you didn't think of that one.
No, I thought about it. I just realized. Better luck with athletics. I have a +9.
Yeah. Okay. Dea, is there anything you want to do?
You're not working on Gael.
Firbolg cage is being dealt with right now if Gael's attacking that and...
Mercy, you said that you were dealing with the greatsword, right?
Yeah, but Ro's still dealing with one of the cages and Gael's dealing with
Oh, right,
the other.
I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot about Ro. I spaced it. I apologize.
It's okay, she's small, it's fine. She didn't do anything, it's fine.
Lo Shimento.
But
Yeah,
There's
Dea,
the
is there anything else
plate
you want to
mail,
do?
Or you could assist someone.
Yeah, that's true.
She will assist... No, wait. Gael's already getting advantage, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rage.
So there's no point.
He's
Not-
leveling out.
Yeah, Gail's...
Well, yeah, counter.
No,
I'm
attack
not
is
doing it-
you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not doing it... Oh, attack is fine?
Yeah, attack
Attack-
is
Yeah, man.
2 levels of
And
And
attack.
the only thing
forgot
first
about
level
that.
is only for
Forgot
chat.
You're good.
that.
You're good for now, bro.
Good, I get
So
to take the
you
higher
have-
roll.
You're at advantage with the siege weapon and bless.
Yeah.
How much does bless add before I do my
A
next
D4.
roll?
D4.
Thank you.
Dea, I can think of a way that you can assist Ro. Haru did kind of hit on a good idea for thermal shocking the metal. And you have a weapon that you're carrying with you that can do like water magic.
Do you want me to riptide the lock? Alright.
You very well could.
I will
Teamwork.
do that. She's like, Gael, do it. And she takes out undertow because Ro, stand back.
Okay. Actually, no. So what I'm going to have Ro roll with advantage for your alchemy check. Dea is essentially helping you by burning charges with Riptide.
Yeah, I have to, because the other things only control water that's there, and we don't have water, so
Yeah, there's no water here.
I would have to
Okay, we're going to go down the list. You're all doing this at once because you realize that you're running very low on time. Gael, what'd you roll?
12 on the die, plus 10 for 22, plus the 1 from Bless for 23 to hit.
23. You will hit roll damage.
Good.
Dea and Ro, what'd you roll?
Hi, that's a 34 total.
She rolled a 2 and a 19.
Yeah, it's a 34 total.
Well, that
Advantage.
advantage helped a lot. Okay. Haru, you cast Blessed. Maddie, what are you doing with Bigby's hand?
I'm assuming. I don't know. Should I do a strength check or should I do damage? That's the one I'm wondering about.
It's up to you.
It either has to be clenched or forceful. So
Mhm.
if it's forceful, I would have to make a strength check. But if it's clenched, it would be 4d8 force damage.
Yeah, it comes down on what you're aiming for.
I feel like I'm gonna clench this because at least I can do damage with it instead of failing a strength check.
Alright, and remind me, which cage are you going for?
Which is the one that's...
You're just fucking swinging
The only
at
one
this
that's
thing,
left
man.
is the plate mail.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I guess the plate mail one?
So...
Hang
Oh
on.
man, okay. This is delightful. Yeah,
oh
so
my
it'd be the
God.
plate mail and you're just fucking swinging at it with the fist.
I
Alright.
don't know if it'll hit.
Well... let's not overstate the agility of an unmoving lock. So roll the attack too.
Oh,
Oh wait, you're doing clenched fist. It can't resist
Yeah.
you. It's a lock. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. What are you doing, Erode?
How big is the cage?
Too big for the book bag.
It's,
So you can't
no,
just like loop the bag over it.
No. Can someone stand in it?
No. This is a cage that's about like big. It's like a little bit bigger than a bread box, but like someone can reach their hands into it.
Because my thought was to like Misty step in and just take it.
Unless you are willing to lose a couple of limbs, you can't fit.
No,
in that box.
no. Okay.
I'm being honest here.
No, you're fine. You're dude. It's totally fine. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay. Spell book. I can't.
I've stopped the clock, by the way, and you are running very low on time. I'll admit that freely.
Do you have Mage Hand
No.
to move books?
No.
That's a shock.
I don't have Mage Hand. I've never had Mage Hand.
Nope.
Okay. I just want to see something. Oh, it's only a creature. Shit. So I was gonna do disintegrate on the fucking lock. But I think it doesn't work on things. It only works on creatures.
I'll double check the ruling while you keep looking at your options.
I think that's like my only option, honestly. I could also do Ray of Frost on it. Is my other option.
I need to point something out to you, Michelle. A thin gray ray springs from your pointed finger to a target that you can see within range. The target can be a creature, an object, or a creation of magical force.
On the lock.
Disintegrate on the lock. It's
Disintegrate
going
on
to auto. It auto fails its dex save. It's an inanimate object.
So
Roll damage.
The one time it works, guys.
Is on nothing. It's
on
on nothing. It's on a
You
lock.
know what? Fuck it.
That.
Oh!
I'm so proud of you, Michelle. You got disintegrate to work.
Oh god.
Really want the book.
You met
Books.
Rudy?
It's 3 books.
Have you
One of
met
them is-
Rudy?
It's 3 books, and one of them is bound in chains.
Yep.
Have you met Rudy? Like,
It's the one in Celestial too. I'll point that out.
yeah.
Okay. Mercy, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 29 total to hit.
Oof. Okay, you hit. Roll damage.
Give me a second, because I gotta remember.
And Ro, you got a 34.
I have it up on my calculator still because I'm looking at it because I'm like, damn.
Damn.
Tasty.
Technically speaking,
It's
can't
one
you also
fat roll.
Can't you also smite with your
In
attacks?
theory,
on the
yes,
locks?
you can smite a lock.
I did.
I would say the lock's probably immune to radiant damage. It's a lock.
9.
Well,
Much in the same way
Well,
I'd say a lock is probably immune to
15.
necrotic damage.
And
It is, I didn't roll
15
necrotic.
plus.
Thank you.
15 plus strength modifiers 4. So 19 plus 2. So like 21?
21
Oh,
points
that's
of
not
damage.
without my proficiency modifier, but
Yeah, 21 points of damage. Okay, it's a hearty chunk. Gael, what'd you get?
That's 5 plus 4 plus the 1 from the weapon. 10 plus 2 from rage. 12. And then if siege
12
doubled for 24.
siege weapon to 24. Okay. So yes.
Whoa. Gael and I have 2 attacks per action.
You do. Swing for the fences, guys.
I was like, I assume we're gonna keep hitting until we break them.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't
So in that case,
I don't want to start another turn when we start.
No, it's okay. Allow me. I'll start describing then. Ro and Dea assisting each other. Ro, you managed to get this thing to the point where it is nearly blinding to look at. And Dea, seeing this, you decide to kind of use your best option, and you're going to cast Riptide using the weapon. Okay, yeah. You cast Riptide on it, and you basically cover this thing in water, and you watch as the lock just goes and just rips into pieces. Maddie, you have used clenching hand on the lock, and you just kind of start pressing into it tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. You see the lock is starting to break, and the mechanism itself is busted, but it's still holding together just a wee bit. You're working on the plate mail. Erudite, you've cast Disintegrate on the lock, deciding, fuck it, I want these now. And you cast Disintegrate on the lock, and it rips away to pieces, and the door is now, the lock is now gone. You can open it with no problems. While Gael and Mercy swing for the fences on their respective locks.
23
Mercy,
to hit.
23
on
hit.
The second one.
As long as you didn't roll a natural one, Jace, you had.
I haven't even rolled yet.
Oh, okay. Mercy and Gael both have taken their first swings, with Mercy cleaving into the lock slightly, knocking off a good chunk of metal from it, but not enough to make it fall off. And Gael breaking part of the lock down to the point where it's basically hanging by a thread, but is still together. Jace?
I got, in fact, 2 higher on this one, so
that will be
going to be
28.
28.
28 points of damage, and then Gael with the second swing brings the hammer back down, and the rest of the lock falls to the ground and flies away. Mercy.
Damage on the second one was 19.
19 points of damage, but the second one you managed to cleave through it, and you cut the lock in half. So you guys have all managed to get your locks open. Books are free. Plate mail's free. But no. Correction. Maddie, you need to do one more roll of clenched fist to possibly break the lock.
Okay. I got a hidden action on this one. Do I just attack or damage?
It's up to you. I mean, if you're just doing clenched fist, it's just damage because the lock can't resist you.
Okay, I was just looking. I was clicking on the
again, inanimate objects, they can't run away. Okay, with that one, you keep pressing the thumb of the fist into it, and it just goes and splits into pieces. So you guys are basically on your second round. You've all managed to unlock your respective cages, but you all realize you made noise, like a fair amount of noise. It's impossible to not hear the sound of a lock splitting into pieces, or breaking apart because of thermal shock, or being sliced into, or being crushed by a giant hand, or disintegrated. You've all made noise. You know this. What do you do?
I just scoop everything into a bag and go.
Just open the portable hole and throw everything in there.
Yeah, just gonna
And
place
including
it on
all
the
of you.
ground
All of you. I can dimension doors out. It's either that or we run. I can.
Do you have enough space to do all of that?
We have 2 extra fuel rogues, remember?
You guys hear 2 voices go, "What the fuck was that?"
Yes,
and you hear boots starting to move up.
We do have enough space in the portable hole, because remember, it fit every single one of us, even if we're cramped.
Someone has to stay out then.
If Gael stays out with Rudy and a dimension door, then that is enough room.
Okay.
Also,
everyone get in. Quit arguing. Just get in.
Let's go.
Also, Connor, describe the door entrance to this room.
Spiral staircase.
It's
Spiral
outside.
staircase. Yeah, spiral staircase, and then the rest of the second floor is just open concept.
What?
So are these bodies like taxidermied or something? What's?
No,
They're stone.
Like petrified.
They're stone. Oh,
petrified.
they're petrified. Oh, okay.
What would happen if you took the
This is always a
pitch
great
patch
question.
from the robe of useful items and used it on the top of the staircase? Just cleave out the top 10 feet of the staircase.
Let me check, man.
It
Pause the
says
timer while you check
you
this.
I
place-
already did. It
Pitch.
was paused the entire time.
Pit a cube 10 feet on a side, which you can place on the ground within 10 feet of you.
Yeah, I mean,
Buys us time.
huh?
Would it buy us time or?
It would stop the fiends who are coming up the stairs. Certainly.
Yeah.
So Cody, do you want to do that?
Yes. I was just like,
Okay,
while
so-
Gael is breaking that, I'm gonna need to borrow something from the robe for a moment.
Right, go for it. Here.
Like, pulls off the patch, goes to the top of the staircase.
Okay, you move over to the front of the staircase, and you see that there are two bearded devils that are coming up, and they look up at you as you slap the pit patch down, and you watch as the entire floor and staircase goes and vanishes beneath their feet, and they tumble to the ground.
So, mark off one pit patch from...
Okay, do you hurry back to the hole?
Yep.
Okay.
Get in the hole.
Get in the hole. You hurry back over to the hole as fast as possible. Are all of you in the hole?
Everyone except Gail and
Except for Gael and Rudy.
Except for Gael and Rudy. That's good. Gael and Rudy, you see through the main window that is leading out through the actual thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I gave you 20 minutes and paused it regularly. The main window that is leading out, and that you can see the courtyard. You can see Jegthuk the Pit Fiend, who is starting to come back and is seeing that his two devils are not at the front door, and he looks like he's ready to charge the fuck in now.
So if we're all in the hole, I grab Gail, and I'm going 500 feet back towards the way we came. Because I know, keen mind, I can tell.
All right, let me quickly check. Does he have any features he can use or would use? Nope. There are no features he can use to immediately stop you. So you're going to try 500 feet back where you came. Okay. You'd be
Grab
able to
Gail,
clear a
just-
good amount of room. You basically be between the Pit Fiend's home and the auction house.
Okay. Okay.
But you guys are out of the building.
Okay.
And you are back in the crawling city.
Okay. Rudy's going to... We're doing this again, and she's going to use another dimension door to go another 500 feet.
Okay. As you're holding on to Gael, who I'm assuming, Gael, you're holding on to the portable hole. All of you, everybody else, are inside of the portable hole, holding your breath as tight as possible. Gael and Rudy, you hear from the house that you were just at, you hear...
Oh shit, we gotta get out of here. Go, 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 go. Yep, she does again.
You dimension door again.
Yeah.
You are past the auction house. You're inside the city proper, but you're still inside of it, as it is a city. But you are much further away, and you guys can start booking it pretty quick.
Yeah. Do you want me to use it? I can use it one more time if you want.
Nope.
You're gonna need
that to get
something
us down
to
off
get
of here.
down.
No, I have-
Cody, you are not here. You are in a you are in a
no.
hole.
What I'm telling you is I can use it one more time. I have another time after that to get us down.
Then do it. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, you're casting Dimension Door a third time. You're at the edge of the city. You can see that you need to get down. A Dimension Door would work perfectly. You've done it before.
Okay.
So you can. This is like literally. This is 24 seconds. You've traveled nearly 2,000 feet away from this man.
So if I do it 4 times, right?
Yep, 2,000 feet.
Okay.
That's a fucking far ass distance, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I have used all. Well, hold on. I gotta do it at 5th level. Okay. And then do I have one more time? I have to use the last time to get us down, right?
Yes, that would be 4. That would be number 4.
That would be number 4. Okay.
Yep.
Then I will do that. That's that's literally like Rudy's using all her spells for this.
Okay.
You want to know something fun, Rudy?
What's up?
Yeah.
He can't track us. We had passed without a trace up.
Yeah.
This is out of character, of course, but
You are entirely correct.
Oh, I have an
I
idea
will-
for when we get to the portal, so don't worry.
I am aware of the position this man is in, so don't you worry. You don't have to remind the DM of anything.
So yeah, I will get us down.
Fiend is very unhappy.
I will get us down, and I'm assuming we have to roll up thing to like another.
Constitution if you are, here's the question: are you letting your friends out of this hole?
No, I'm gonna wait until we get to past the portal to get to the.
Okay, so
There's
in
10
that case,
minutes of air, regardless of the number of creatures in it.
Yep.
Which differs from the bag of holding, which is
Okay,
divided amongst.
so Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throws for you too.
Do you remember how I rolled a 19 the last time?
Did
I rolled
you
a 19
roll
again.
again?
So 28 for me.
28.
All right, I got an 11 plus 5 for 16.
Plus bless.
Plus. You still have bless
plus,
up.
plus. Hey!
Boy, thank you, Haru.
Plus 4 for 20.
Plus 4 for 20. That's good. Hey, I want to point out one thing. Technically, Maddie's hand never went away, so Bigby's hand is just kind of floating up there in the middle of the room.
It's the only evidence of us being there.
The evidence. Well, also the guards saw Haru's disguise very briefly.
Yeah,
Saw it
they
in Arcana
Haru,
Law.
you absolutely got spotted. You got made.
Yeah, but you were in
Hands down.
disguise, so it's
Of
fine.
course.
They think in Arcana Law.
And I also,
Yeah,
I
they think an Arcanoloth broke in, which means there's going to be a bunch of dead Arcanoloths soon, but
Oops,
still.
our rip, the Arcana lost.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
they're
From the
evil.
bottom of my
Anyways,
heart.
they're evil and they do whatever it takes to rise in power. Anyways, so it's something one of them would actually do if they could get
Thank
away
you,
with it.
thank you, Ari. Ari asks if the Bigby's hand is just flipping the bird.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, they,
From a distance, you're like, oh, I got this.
The thing is, he's gonna have to like climb up through the hole that is now the top
Climb?
of the staircase, or fly up there.
Hey, boy, it's fine. Anyway,
you
so
underestimate the strength of this man. So 20 and a 28, so that's 2 very good saves. You're still gonna
take points. It's fine.
eat this, but still.
I don't give a shit. Rudy takes a quarter of this damage.
Yeah, Gail's also
good.
going to take a quarter of the damage too, so I'm not worried about the damage.
And we don't take the point of exhaustion, so like literally that's all I care about.
Yep.
Because that would
30.
mock your movement in half, Gael,
31,
which would
No.
which would be really
no,
bad.
Movement's a 3, I think.
Yeah,
Is it?
Movement's
Movement
3.
is 3. It would be
Oh, okay.
attack rolls.
Yeah, it's attack rolls, which would also be
Okay.
really bad.
yeah.
yeah, it would still be bad.
So that's good. So it would have been 44 points of fire damage, halved because you
11.
passed, meaning at 22, halved again, making it 11.
All right.
Yeah, I still that just ate my temporary hit points.
As
No,
almost as
I
if
have
the
185 hit points.
shut the fuck up, you little shit. Almost as if the ground itself is responding to the fury of this pit fiend. It just seems to burn hotter as you guys rush to the portal as fast as humanly possible.
We're gonna do it as fast as fearbogly possible because Gail's literally just gonna grab Rudy, throw Rudy over his shoulder, rage, tell Rudy, just hit me, and double movement, raging Gael, 110 feet around.
He's just hitting him with the wand.
No, you have a dagger.
You have a
Oh
dagger!
shoot! Dagger.
Rudy doesn't know how to use the dagger anymore.
What's she trying to do?
No,
Has to hit Gael.
no, incorrect. Rudy is
I'm
even
better
better
with
with
the
the
dagger,
dagger because
I know.
she won the game, remember?
She did. I remember that.
Yeah,
now.
she's even better with the dagger.
Okay, good. That works.
So like the cruelest jockey to ever exist, Rudy is just on the back of Gael, just stabbing into him.
And Rudy,
Fake
are you?
knife. It's a fake knife. And don't do anything to us. That was a fake knife.
Yeah, it was a
Still
fake
gonna
knife.
have
It's a fake
more
knife. Don't
HP
worry.
than any
It's
of
not
us.
real.
Hey, Rudy, is Rudy using the
I
fake
have
dagger
prop
for this?
Yes. That's the only dagger I have.
So,
Poetic.
like the most brutal jockey to ever exist, Gael is just being viciously stabbed in the back. Throughout this entire run, which your rage defaults at a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Rudy, just roll me 10d4 because Gael is allowing you to just stab him.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
How much movement is that for Furbolg?
That's a lot of movement.
So, per each round, because my movement speed while raging
It's
is
1,010
55
feet.
feet. Yeah.
He's running a fifth of a mile in a minute.
Oh,
And
wait.
your-
Hold on.
and
Let
your
me see
surge-
something.
your
Let me
bonus
see something.
actioning.
Can I do
Yeah.
something?
Oh,
Wait,
action
I don't know if
dash.
I have the spell up, but let me see if I have the spell up. I don't think I do, but let me see.
Steel Wind Strike!
No! I wasn't say haste, but I don't think I have it up.
Oh, I mean, there's a
Stop it.
person in the bag who has it, but
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't
you're
take
in the
me out.
bag.
You're in the
Stick
back.
your hand out and do it.
Did I? No, I didn't. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Well,
I
there's
mean, I
also
had
a
a sort of-
smothering rug in that bag.
Yeah.
No, that's in the bag
No.
of holding.
Holding.
Yes.
Four.
That's in the bag of holding, which is also why I didn't want Gael in the bag, because he has 2 interdimensional
17.
pockets on his person.
Yeah.
21. You guys, I don't want to tell you this. 24. That's 5.
It's a lot of good rolls for D4.
I kept rolling D4. I kept rolling 4.
That's fine.
Yeah, he resists it.
It's also half damage.
Yeah, it's all half.
Probably a good thing
33.
Just for-
Gael
Just
actually be bloodied?
36,
for comedy.
35,
No, just
35?
for transparency.
30,
Hold on.
39 total without the plus
Wait!
2 I get for each.
Oh my
I rolled
god!
so many 4s, dude.
Hold on. I want to point something out.
Actually, no. No,
You
no.
can- You can,
No,
as a
I
finesse
did
weapon,
one.
you can choose dexterity or strength for both attack rolls and damage rolls, and you don't necessarily need to use the same for each roll. You could
I
do
think I went too
dexterity
many,
to
so it's
hit.
37. But I
and
rolled so
strength
many
to
set
attack.
4s. Like, most of them were 4s. I'm not.
37 points of damage?
No, 34.
on
I'm sorry, 34.
34 points.
I
Still,
rolled so
34
many
points of
fours.
damage.
Like, 3
on
of those were not
10d4
4s.
rolls.
3 of those were not 4s. The rest of them were 4s.
What the
I'm not-
fuck?
I'm not joking. I had 4. It was 4. For my first 5 were 4, 4, 4, 1, 4.
So, Gael, you were repeatedly being stabbed very well.
But I will say, if I'm doing it with, I mean, if it's a finesse, she would be doing it with the strength. She would be using her strength, not her. So it would be -1 for a bunch of them. So it would actually be like, it'd be -10 that. So it'd be like 24.
It'd be 24, but still,
20.
like, you're taking damage anyways. But still,
Yeah.
that is certainly helping with your movement quite a bit. You managed to maintain that for quite a while, and you think that you're going to manage to keep that pace for a good chunk of time. And you can keep burning up rages if you need to.
I have 2 more minutes of doing that if we need to cover an additional 2,000 feet. Also, oh no, I'm at 173 hit points.
This is the greatest.
Don't run
vision.
from a pit fiend fight, and maybe next time you won't be that high.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just
So, boy.
when we get through the portal.
So you're definitely cutting the time down. We'll just say Gael take 24 more points of damage, like just knock it off the top. Because we'll just say that Rudy keeps stabbing you. Use up the rest of your rage.
Okay.
You managed to clear a huge amount of space in the matter of 3 minutes, which is genuinely amazing. It's yes, actually, this would very much be a world record if someone managed to do this fast. They would be outpacing Usain Bolt easily. You guys will manage to get to the portal well beyond, right at about the point where your team would have to come out of the bag, because you definitely were not in that hole. You definitely would have had to have been in that hole for longer, but just given Jace's obscene speed, you managed to get out. So, you guys all desperately need to get out of the hole, but you can do so, and avoid making the Constitution rolls. You are at the portal.
All right.
You are
Everyone
almost
get-
out of Gehenna.
Everyone get through. Haru, if you can, try and dispel this when we get through. I don't know if we can actually do it, but is that okay, Gael? I would hope
Alright.
that's okay. Yeah,
Alright.
just dispel it if you can.
We go where we came for.
Yeah.
How much time do you think we have?
I don't know, but I think we need to get it out.
Forbiddance would be better to completely block it, even if I fail to dispel it, as it is high-level magic.
Okay. Well, try and dispel it. If it doesn't work, then we can do forbiddance, but I don't know how much time we have, and I don't want to run that risk. Yes, Mercy?
We don't want things coming in after we get back over a day later, because you'd have to do forbiddance for 30 days for this portal to not work. We're gonna be here for a couple more days still. I don't want things following us.
Can we just break it?
Yeah, that's I think we have to dispel it.
We can find other ways to hell if for some reason we need to go back.
Can we dispel it with force?
I mean, Gail could probably break the bones.
Like perhaps
We can do forbiddance as a temporary measure until we're rested up.
You can actually, while forbiddance is active, you then have more time to try to dispel it.
I don't have the ability to dispel. I can do it once. I can try it once.
I do.
I do. Forbiddance is for so that you can get the spells back.
Rudy's dispelling it. She's
like this.
We're going. Yes.
I rolled a 19.
Yes.
Total.
I was gonna say there's no point in using forbiddance, because guess what? We can hold the forbiddance for the last one, but if we can dispel it right now, why waste the spell on the forbiddance?
Yeah, Rudy used.
You guys were talking in circles that made it sound like you were gonna forbidden it first, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's why Rudy just kind of made the executive choice to dispel it. I rolled a 14 on the die, plus 5 is a 19 total. To dispel it.
I'm pretty confident that would hit it. So yeah, you guys are able to clear through the portal, and you will see that. Yeah, Dicefunctional Temple spells level. Yeah, so you would be able to cast Dispel Magic upon the gate, and the portal will start to fade away and crackle, almost like static in a television, and then vanishes, leaving nothing but an obsidian triangle at the bottom of a mountain as a memory of Gehenna.
Hey, Gael.
Hmm.
Would you like to destroy that?
And Gail's gonna take a swing at it.
Yep. No rage.
No rage. Gael is like close to Gael. Well, actually, Gael does have 1 point of exhaustion already. Ooh, that's a 14 on the die plus 10 for 24.
Hit. Again, stationary objects, not difficult.
Let's see. So it's 9 on the die. It's 1, 10 plus 4, 14. So yeah, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. Is that doubled?
Yeah. 24.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't 14 double 28?
28. It
28.
Is.
I thought I said 12 in my head. Anyway.
28 points of damage. You begin to smash into the portal pretty easily, and I know that with your rolls you would be able to destroy this thing, almost certainly.
Yep.
And you begin to ram your hammer into this obsidian portal, leaving it to be nothing more than rubble.
Gael gets done, and it's just dust. Gael's just gonna drop the hammer and just sit there for a moment. Just kind of breathing. And just kind of staring at the ground. Looking completely exhausted.
Yeah. Over.
For now.
There'll always be more. But we can't do anything else right now. There's no point sitting down here and making yourself more miserable.
I'm not that miserable, to tell you the truth. I'm just tired.
Let's go have Rudy make the mansion. Or you can sleep in your old home. Either works. Tomorrow we can ask your mom where she wants buried. And Earth what she wants done. Since we have some options with her. As she walks away, Mercy kind of taps Maddie and goes, "Keep an eye on him. He trusts you the most out of all of us."
All right.
Question, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Are the two petrified, or is it some other effect?
They are for the case of imagining how it looks. Think of them like they are turned to stone. They are not petrified per the spell. It's more so that someone made their corpses into stone.
Alright,
So you do not know how long they have actually been dead.
So I couldn't.
That is an unknown.
I couldn't make them not stone through greater restoration.
No, I mean you could, but at that point, you just have a dead body.
Yeah.
You know? it doesn't make much of a difference. So, all of you begin to make your way up and out of the mountain. When you guys left, it was about, what was it?
It was like the morning.
Yeah, it was
It was
morning.
9 o'clock in the
First
morning.
thing in the morning.
Yeah.
It still looks like morning.
Well, it's morning of the same day.
Should someone double check that by calling someone?
Well, if Roses is still here, we can ask him how long you're gone.
Do we
So-
still look like fiends, by the way?
Oh, seeming is I think seeming I can't drop because it's not concentration.
Check this.
I allow
might
you
be
to
able
drop
end it as an
spells.
action.
Usually
you
okay.
can end stuff as an action.
I will drop seeming then. So we
Guys,
look
I'm
at
back
that.
to myself. I no longer look like a fiend.
Same here.
Look, they're just like two normal human people now. It's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Huh?
Whoops, I've had seeming this whole time.
God, that reminds me of Pathfinder and the permanent spell.
I'm guessing we're going back to like Gail's.
I'm going
Village.
home.
Yes.
We need some time.
Oh yeah.
With those two being as affected as it is, a moment of respite for a little bit might be best. Especially because we don't know.
Respite.
I said respite. Don't
Yeah, I
fight me.
Moment of respite must be bespit.
Also, it might help to find what those items that we got were.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can
This
identify
gives us
who-
some time to figure out what's going on. And orient ourselves.
Then go to the Feywild.
God.
Yeah,
We,
because we've got we have
Where did the air horn come from?
Jill. That's Ro in the background making that noise.
we should also maybe check in with the ship, since I don't believe we have done that since we arrived on the island.
What? Why do we need to check in on the ship?
The ship is
We abandoned it.
we abandoned the ship.
Yeah.
Everyone's back home.
We sent everyone home.
They're home.
Yeah.
Listen, I need to sleep because I am out of everything basically.
And two people here are completely have an exhaustion.
Yeah.
I
Gail's
meant more of-
tired.
Did we? I don't think we actually scuttled the ship though.
I
So
think it's just there.
yeah, did we remove all the banners and insignias and stuff identifying it?
Kind of assume we did everything to make it not us.
It's
I
fine.
assumed so. Yeah.
It's basically we don't have to worry about it right now, or ever.
Alright. Sometimes we have to ask.
I'm assuming the bag is still struggling, by the way.
Yes, I was going to say, as you are walking up the mountain, you feel the bag struggle at you.
Maybe we should
Yes.
take out the.
Go ahead.
I kind of don't want to take it out, but I feel like we probably should.
How do we tame it?
Ooh,
The
can we tame it?
the rooms that we can lock this thing in if you want to.
Does
Just let
anybody
it out
speak
into the wild.
carpet?
Yeah, that's fair, Gail. We can lock it up.
Put it in jail.
Rug jail. For naughty
Rug jail.
Can we go send it to live with Ungoran?
He might like.
He might actually like it. Figure out how to make it not angry.
I'm sorry, I just love the idea of just looking into a jail cell and there's a rug on the floor and you're going,
What
why
did
is
it
this
do?
jail cell so spiffy? What?
Nah. What did the rug do? Who did it kill?
17 vicious homicides. It's not regretful of any of it.
I know what I did.
Send it to Jim. Jim can claw it up if it misbehaves.
Just wrap the rug around like a wooden post and make it into a scratching post.
God. Not a bad idea.
So you guys make your way down the mountain, and you would find Roses is still down there. He looks like he's beginning to kind of like work on some things, just kind of like puttering around, getting some work done, cleaning things up. Excuse me. And he'll just kind of look up at you guys and go, "Oh, all right then. That was quick."
It was, wasn't it?
It felt like so long.
How quick
It's been
was
10
it?
minutes.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going back to bed. Have a good.
We were gone
The
for
mansion's still up, isn't it?
Technically, yes.
Like the mansion's
for-
probably up.
Not for much longer, mind you.
Dad doesn't
Is-
go back into the mansion. She just goes back into like the building that they had been asleep in, that they'd stayed in, and like basically just
Back to the common house.
yeah.
Rudy's gonna look for a
Just
clearing,
curls up in the corner.
a 70-foot clearing, and she's gonna start casting it, the mansion, ritually. I
So,
would like to sleep.
It'll take an hour and 20 minutes.
An hour and 10.
An hour and
But
10
yeah.
minutes.
An hour and 11, I think, actually, because it's a minute to cast.
so how much time do we actually spend in there?
It felt like 2 hours to you.
I'm not sure if it is a good thing or a bad thing that the flow of time seems significantly faster there than on this plane.
probably done to torture people.
That also means we don't know how long Bjorn was in there, but even if it was like weeks, it's probably like within half a day of him actually being taken from his home.
Oh God, Haru.
Oh.
Well, we know he could be from like 20 years ago. Oh God.
He doesn't seem that old though.
Mystery in the
Asmars age slower, don't they?
How old are you really, Maddie?
45.
Like,
How long have you been? 25.
I also believe they wouldn't have kept him alive for that long without doing anything. Certainly been there longer than us, but
We should probably call Avero tomorrow then. To make sure he got there, because if it's only been 10 minutes now, it may take him a while. He's pretty stupid.
yeah, the estimate would be time-wise approximately 10 to 1 for passenger time.
So, what's the plan with everybody? What you gonna do? Aside from rest immediately.
I think I need to rest, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't really either.
I have full health and I used one spell slot.
Okay.
I used a bunch of spell slots, but I'm still full health, and I still have plenty.
Rose also in the same place.
You know what? Well, so for the people who are not vested in Car, I would say to them, Gael has been through a lot, so how about we help to fix up the village a bit, so that when he wakes up from his rest, he can be surprised pleasantly.
Not only is that a good idea, you said that to probably the two people who are best to do it. As a wood carver who worked at a furniture shop.
And a row.
Who has altar shape.
Yes, and I also have mending for small stuff, make hole for one particularly big thing.
Yeah, we can work on that for the next 8 hours. I was just gonna go explore the rest of the village and clean up anyways.
Sorry. I keep yawning.
There's a lot of soot. I was just gonna prestidigitation everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I also have that.
So probably won't do any major, like, construction repairs, but small things and making everything clean again.
Okay. So, while you guys begin to start fixing things, Gael and Dea begin to rest. Maddie, are you going to sleep as well?
Yeah, because I got it.
You got walloped, didn't you? Yeah.
I did. I did want to, like, maybe after I would want to check on the items that we.
That's fine, because I actually intend on taking the break now and then coming back to you guys, looking at things and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason?
One point of order for Gael. Gael isn't going back to the common house. Gael is gonna kind of trek north, just out north, just outside the village. There is an actual kind of tucked into the mountains a little bit. There is an actual house that looks mostly finished. And that was the start of the new house that Gael's mom was building. So Gael's going to go to the new house with the portable hole. He's going to take both Irith and Sariandi out and put them in the home, just kind of in the entryway, and just stand them up. He's going to take his mom's staff and just pull it out, and then literally he's just going to lay down in the middle of the floor and just curl up with the staff and go to sleep.
All right. Jace, you can add Sariandi's staff to your inventory.
Alrighty.
And while Gael rests in the new home, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and my party are going to come up with some ideas on what they're going to do exactly, and then we'll move on from there. Woo-hoo. So, catch you in 5 to 10.
See you then. And we're back.
So, you guys have all begun to take your various rests, seemingly only 2 minutes after leaving. 10 minutes after leaving leaving for the portal, you've returned. It is 9:10 a.m. on the 44th of spring, 1935. So, while Dea, Gael, and a few of the others are resting, the folks who are going to be doing repairs, give me a salute. Give me a little heads up.
And the two...
Jess and Jill?
Them.
We're just helping Haru get stuff fixed up.
Gotcha. So, what's the big things you guys are going to be focusing on? Just more out of curiosity.
I think repairing the structures around the center and then cleaning while we go would probably be best. Because, like, the furniture and stuff's important, but furniture don't matter if the structure's not going to keep standing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Most of them are all in trees.
Yeah, most of the trees.
Yeah, so the trees are good, so structures are good. It's just like the gardens and the paths and
stuff inside.
Yeah, stuff inside.
Basically any of that stuff that isn't living like.
That's it. It's been abandoned for 60 years. It's gonna have some damage no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, doors and windows are all probably fucked as well.
And then, honestly, if there were any stuff, you don't have plants prepared because you switched it to humans. Never mind.
I mean, the rock stuff technically works with repairing the windows. You can melt the glass down into new glass.
It's true. It is.
So
Glass is silicate, which is just a form of earth.
So we have Mercy for like heavy lifting and the precipitation, Ro for repairing like the rock stuff, Haru for like basically everything else that doesn't fit that stuff. Because
once Ro finishes with the windows, she's not going to use Candra's for it, but she's going to go try and do anything with the gardens where nobody else is. So nobody can
see her being vulnerable,
and or explain to her that she's doing things wrong. She wants to try to help herself figuring it out. Nature.
There are there are a couple massive gardens. Basically, we're talking what would be the equivalent of community garden level gardens that are just kind of in between some of these trees. And literally anything that you can think of that can grow is probably in one of these, probably a little overgrown at this point, and there aren't any fences or anything like that, so you can easily just walk right into them.
Ro is having a gardening awakening. Oh shit, wait, you grow food? Fuck. Oh my god.
We have a greenhouse!
Yeah, but what's a greenhouse?
This is where food comes from?
I thought you had to buy it. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't just appear
no
in the store.
Something I don't have to spend money on. I'm into it.
Somewhere, Demos is thinking, why am I so attracted to her?
Sure.
Oh, it's because she's gonna be an expert gardener. Yeah, I took it out.
It landed on my butt.
Oh, sorry.
And I thought it was a bug.
I'm sorry. I unplugged my phone and the charger landed on Jill's foot.
Oh no. All the animals around here would be very friendly as well. So assuming there are any animals...
many of them would likely be still pretty friendly.
Yeah.
If I have any Mercy can sit on her shoulders while she works, she does.
Got it. So,
I would
Haru
recommend Mercy summon a dog so that Jill, Ro is not alone in case of goats show up.
I was leaving Knight with her because Knight annoys her less than Kai.
Because you don't want a goat stalking Ro.
Also, Knight is huge, and if Ro needs to run, she can ride him.
Oh, sorry for interrupting.
That's okay. Thank you. Haru, you're beginning to work on many of the buildings and trying to get them back into an acceptable shape, mending damage to doors and while Ro is assisting you with windows for a little bit, and you can see that Mercy is beginning to work on wood shaping and stuff like that, while the beaver has climbed up on her shoulders. Now there are a few other things that are happening, namely, Gael and Dea, you guys are out like a light. Maddie, are you also taking a sleep?
Yeah, because I got hit.
You got hurt pretty bad. You are sleeping, as well. Erudite, are you going to identify the object, or are you going to sleep and then do it?
I'm good. She's going to cast the mansion again. So she's going to ritually cast the mansion. So it's going to take an hour.
Takes an hour. Yeah.
An hour and a few minutes, and then she's going to identify, and then she's going to go to sleep.
Okay, cool.
Because I can ritually identify. So
in that case, what you'll note is, the Book in Celestial is basically just something like a journal with protective magic on it.
Okay.
The plate mail is +3 celestial plate armor. The spell book is, you can call it the Primal Tome of the Blessed. It has a bunch of spells in it, basically. And the other object is referred to as a Sundered Holy Avenger.
Actually, would make whole repair the damage to the sword.
No, because it's missing a piece, right? You said.
It's missing a chunk, and also in this case, it is a magic item that still manages to hold itself together enough.
Okay.
The other book that you have,
the infernal-ish book,
is referred to as a fleshbound tome. When attuned to this book, you can cast spells written inside of it that have a ritual tag, but only as rituals. Spells cast from the book have a spell attack bonus, spell save DC, and maximum spell level depending on the book's rarity. If you come across a written spell, you may be able to add it to the tome. The spell's level can be no higher than half your level and must have the ritual tag in it. In the process of copying the spell into your ritual book, it takes 2 hours per spell level, just like normal. And this one is a Cacodemon flesh spell. A Cacodemon fleshbound tome.
Okay.
Meaning any ritual spell that is put inside of it can be cast as a ritual. The spells have attack bonuses of +9, spell saves of DC 17, and yeah.
Does it have a class like? Is it
restriction?
Like?
No.
No. Cool.
It does not have a restriction.
Rudy's not gonna use it, so okay. I'll bring that up with the group. Do I know?
Connor, real quick, you might want to reset your mic because it's doing something really weird.
Yeah,
it's almost sounding like you're not talking into the mic. You're talking into another mic that's on the other side of the room.
Does this sound better?
Yeah.
Yep.
It does?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. It sounds normal now.
Does it sound better now?
No.
No.
How about now?
Actually,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Fuck, that's weird. Okay.
Yep.
I won't worry about it then. I'll copy down the description for the fleshbound tome for you, okay?
I was actually more curious. Well, what spells are in there, and then what spells are in the
There are no spells in the fleshbound tome right now.
Okay. And what spells are in the book? The actual spell book.
The magic items should be visible in the Campaign 1 magic items folder.
Okay. So Rudy's gonna take that book for herself. And then it's in the handouts?
Yeah, so go over to the items directory.
Oh god.
I like this. I like this shit. This is nice.
This is nice.
Not to sound like a nerd, but God, sometimes you say things. Also, why are my gloves in here?
Because that's a sun item you found. So that's where they are.
Okay, cool. Alright.
That way there is reference for everybody. You know?
Primal Tome of the Blessed.
Sundered Holy Avenger, and the
shit.
+3 Celestial Plate Armor.
Oh my god, this has so many spells. I mean, a lot of them I already have, but...
Hey, 2 of those I currently have on my body.
On my body.
They're in my flesh!
It's delayed Flood Blast, which is nice. I don't have paper, so whatever. But...
Oh no, Rudy doesn't have paper.
I mean, I can go... I mean, I have a lot of these spells already, but... Okay. Cool.
So you can copy these spells into the flesh book. Or at least some of them.
If they're ritual.
Yes.
Okay.
I can also copy...
Basically, that tome is only good for ritual spells.
I can also copy my spells into that ritual book for someone else, if they want. Which I might.
You can also do that.
Can I copy these spells from this into my spell book? Right? I can do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Again, it's the same as copying spells in general, so it still takes time, but you can do it.
Oh, good. Some of these are going to be very fun. Okay. Yeah. I just need lots of paper, but I can worry about that later. She's not going to worry about that right now. When she's done identifying, and Gail's sleeping, so we're not going to worry about that yet, I suppose.
So we're going to kill Gail.
No, she'll take all the stuff into the mansion, and she'll, like, send the message through the comm disc to, like, everyone that's up, and just let them know where the mansion is, and then she has all the items, and she knows what they all are, so...
Alright then. So, if there's anything else that you guys who are awake would like to do, let me know, because otherwise we're going to move ahead to everybody finally waking up. No?
Well.
Okay, just needed to check. Okay, let's fast forward about 8 hours. So it'll be 3, 5, 5,
7,
9. Okay. Gael, you will wake up inside of the new home. Your mother and Aerith, Statuesque in a sense. But Sariandi seems to be almost a little different in her position. Where once she held a staff in one hand, her other arm was at the side. They both appear to be kind of clasped together, almost like in a sign of thanks in a way.
Gail's gonna walk up and he's just gonna kiss her forehead and put his forehead against hers like they used to do. I got it from your mom. You get to be home now. And Gail's gonna leave her here and kind of take a look at Aerith and have another fucking moment. By the way, fun fact for any of you that actually took a moment to look at Aerith, her haircut would look very familiar to a original Gael haircut. Just saying. He'll just kind of lightly touch Aerith's cheek and kind of put his forehead against hers as well, and Gael will head back to the center of the town.
As you return to the center of town, with the staff, yes, with Sariandi's staff, which again, add to your sheet if you haven't done it already. As you return to town, you see that with the aid of 3 of your companions who were relatively uninjured in the fight, and the slow but persistent work of Rose's, you see that your home is slowly beginning to almost.
You sound weird again.
Hold on. Wait. Wait.
How about now?
Yep.
Do I sound better now?
Totally
Absolutely
normal.
Not.
All right. Well, let me do something then. Okay.
God,
Is that better?
Yeah. There
Yes.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you can see that your town is slowly returning back to its normal self. You see that nature has overtaken a vast majority of it. And it looks like somebody's been kind of trying to putter away with some of the greenery, but has made limited improvements. As I don't believe that Ro has any experience with plants, do you? Okay, so it's a fair assessment. But you see that there's a lot of wild greenery that will have to be tamed in a way. And the circle at the very center of town is quite overtaken, but the buildings themselves are beginning to return to something resembling normal, if they are a bit quieter.
It's a little quieter than it used to be.
Significantly.
Fairbogs are not quiet. At all. We're very loud.
We would have never guessed.
Gael will come back with, although maybe a little teary-eyed, definitely big smile on his face. This looks a bit more normal. I like this.
I made a friend while we were doing it.
Oh.
I'm calling it Beverly.
Beverly. It's a beautiful name. Okay, I was gonna cast Speak with Animals. Do you like the name Beverly?
Fuck. What?
I think they like it.
Why is my name Beverly?
I don't know. Why do you not want your name to be Beverly?
I don't really care either way, but still, I'm certainly not a Beverly, I don't think.
Beverly, Beaver.
What would you prefer?
Something masculine.
Boris.
No, it sounds like the name of a douchebag.
Aaron.
Should we call you Bean? Bean the Beaver.
What? Sure.
Alright. They say they like Bean better.
Okay, Bean. I think Dea and Maddie and Rudy are still in the mansion if you're looking for them.
Yeah,
No,
Day was in
Rudy's the
common
only one
house.
in the mansion, actually.
She locked the door. Fucking rude.
Keeping everyone else out.
I'm alright. Well, I can go looking for some food. You'd like to cook something up?
How about you treat us all to the local cuisine of you people?
I could do my best. It'll take me a bit, but I think I could do that. Alright, I'll be back in a little while. Go get some food and things.
And we'll go off in search of food. Got it. Dea and Maddie. You guys are both sleeping inside of the common house. Is there anything in particular you guys are doing?
Not really.
No.
Okay. So, assuming that there's nothing that anybody else wants to do.
I realize there's something I have to do, but I don't think I can do it here. Which
What would that be?
is figuring out how to release souls from like the gem-shaped form. Or whatever.
Ah. Right.
Because he still has those.
Because you do still have a pouch of those, don't you? And you haven't looked at how many you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and he's assuming because they're not red like the other souls, they were either neutral or good.
There are there are multiple colors. Many of them are kind of a gray color. Actually, no, I should take that back. Many of them are a red color. Some of them are kind of a gray red, and you see like 2 or 3 that are gray colored.
Yeah. At the very least, they deserve to go to a proper afterlife. Which, for some of them, if they were particularly evil, might be worse than being gems. But
Who knows? By the way, the total count on the gems are 43 red. You have 9 gray and 9 red gray and 3 gray.
alright.
Put away my fancy book.
Yeah. But I don't think
Sandy Peter.
Yeah, I don't think we have the resources or like reference here to figure out how to do that. How to
Yeah,
release
I don't think you really do.
Might
So
have to ask Hangara.
this is also fair. You may have to speak to him.
I mean, if they're evil, we can give them to Jim. If they're good, we let them go.
Cat treats.
Yeah! What? He always could use more souls.
Instead of like shaking a bag of temptations, cat treats, you're shaking a bag of soul gems.
A bag of soul gems.
And it comes running up and it's like,
Give it to me. Give me all of them.
No.
Now.
Pulls out a gun and
Do it. So Gael, you wander off and begin to search for various bits and bobs that you can use for food. And as you're doing so, you find yourself near the clearing.
Alright.
It was just in the matter of like looking for food and looking for things to eat, but you did unintentionally wander over here.
Yeah. Does it feel any different with the staff in hand?
With the staff in hand, it feels like the clearing, but it feels like there's a little bit more here, is the best way of describing it. Like when you're in a room and you know something's been moved, but you can't put your finger on it. That's the best way of describing the feeling you're getting.
Gail's gonna kind of look at the staff, then look around. Should really figure out how this thing works. And Gail just kind of, just kind of out of just because can take it in two hands and just kind of put it on the ground and just kind of close his eyes and just see if he can feel anything.
So are you just like resting it on the ground with your hands off of it?
No, Gail,
hands on it.
Both on it and just kind of just put it on the ground.
Okay. You kind of rest it on the ground with your hands on it and kind of close your eyes. And you feel the ground ahead of you and suddenly rising up out of the ground, it's almost like someone just took like a blade and cut a section of the earth, and then like a giant just took their hand underneath it and lifted it up, and you're looking at what can be best described as a hole that goes down. And you also see that Sariandi's staff has sprouted these technicolor flowers on them. Cyans, pinks, magenta, bright yellow, very 80s colors, color-wise.
Yeah.
How do they look with the mantis goggles on?
Don't know. I can't describe colors that shouldn't exist. I'm a human being.
It is an
Don't make
acid
me
trip.
do this.
All right.
Don't make me do this. But basically, you're standing there with your Sariandi staff and your Miami Vice flowers, and you're looking at a hole that goes down. And you hear something. You hear something go, yep, 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 yep. And stepping out from this portal is this huge size, vaguely bird-like creature. It has feathers all along its chest and back, and it has a bird-like, long-beaked face. But its wings are featherless, like they've been plucked, and the arms just kind of go back like chicken wings. And from its back hind end, where you don't really see feathers, is this long serpentine-like tail. And actually, I can show you.
Loading.
Loading.
Also, Connor, I just had a great idea for, like, trait flaw thing.
Yeah, you did?
I think you'll love it.
Write it down. Write it down. Don't forget it.
One day
This is
we'll
the-
see what you
Look, this is the only downside to Foundry, alright?
Mm-hmm.
It's not as fast as Roll20, but god damn it, I'm not losing things or suddenly having characters be misaligned midway through a session. Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
It's higher quality maps in here anyway. Or at least it
Significantly higher
can
quality.
be.
It's also easier to put it on screen so that way the audience can see it as well.
Significantly easier.
Yeah.
I've said in the past the horror story on Roll20 of like person like DM was updating sheets and somehow like a dozen of them became black bears because they were dragging and dropping black bear into a blank sheet.
Right.
Hey, Connor, this is the point when I'd like to say fairy rings in the real world are not supposed to be this big.
I know.
Is that the real world?
This is also this is also true. It is not the real world.
I know, but I was making a comment because I was like, oh, we're waiting for the fairy ring to load in, and then we saw a corner of it.
Jace, are you able to see?
to
Are
be
you able to
fair,
see our buddy?
in-
I'm able to see it, yeah.
To
Not
be
the,
fair,
not
in
what
that
everything is.
case,
Okay,
yeah,
everything
in
is
that
bigger.
case, all of the plants are bigger. They're like giant trees, so
This is
giant fairy
access.
rings as well.
Why can't you see him?
You have the chance to
Change your fate, would you?
Which
Would you?
yeah, change your feet.
You'll keep saying that for reference.
Also because I heard bear, so I'm just thinking like, my mom's a bear.
Bear. You wouldn't want
I'm
your
gonna
mom to
reload.
turn into one of these bears because they're dire bears.
Reload. Just to
My
see.
mom's a dire bear.
It's just my bull.
It's just my bull.
It's just not.
So
Oh.
everybody change map, change to a different map, and
Yeah,
then
change map,
back.
come back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We
I
don't.
think we're missing the tokens.
Yeah, your
There's
token.
there.
There is a token. He's visible.
Ah!
Big boy.
I mean,
Big
purple
or-
makes sense for Faye.
Yeah.
I can.
And Gail, you can pop your token down on there.
All
if you'd
right.
like to.
I like and trust this bird snake. This snurb, if you will.
I mean, we trusted the frog one.
Just for reference, as it is size huge.
I trust this good snurb.
Gail's gonna reach out a hand. Does Gail recognize this at all?
Never seen a critter like this. Ever.
What are you called? Hmm.
And it hammers its head into the ground as it tries to grab for food.
That sounds about right. Since Gail knows Sylvan, Gail will ask in Sylvan, how long have you been here?
It'll snap to you and kind of look at you when you speak in Sylvan, but it doesn't respond.
You understand me? Do I look like someone you knew? right. You're not from around here, I take it. What did you even eat? Gael will take out just a piece of meat, just to see. Kind of hold it out.
You just kind of pull out a piece of jerky that you have, and its head will kind of snap to it, and you'll see it just kind of goes, and just like immediately grabs at the piece of meat, which in its beak is a bit like a human eating a piece of jerky. Well, no, I'll correct myself. Eating a slice from a piece of jerky. This thing is huge. You think that it could very easily manage to eat you or one of your companions. Probably in a single bite.
Probably.
You throw away from me.
Gail is gonna take the 10 minutes to ritually cast Speak with Animals. Just kind of keeping this thing in the clearing.
You see that as it kind of walks towards the edge of the fairy ring, it kind of has to skirt back into the ring. It's almost a bit like putting a magnet near the other set, like a magnet of the same polarity. It just kind of pushes itself away, you know?
Right. Let
me double check Speak with Animals.
I think it's technically only beasts, but...
So, you cast Speak with Animals to try and speak to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you cast Speak with Animals.
Is this a bit easier to understand me?
Keeps stepping around, walking around. It doesn't understand. It doesn't seem to understand you, so it might not be an actual beast. It might be something different.
It's from the other side.
Yeah. So either Fae or monstrosity, depending.
Yeah. That was more. Gail was just trying to test and see if it was which side of the thing it's from.
Yeah, testing the waters essentially.
All right. I have no idea what to do with you. At least I think it's safe now. Let's see here.
Kind of jumps up on top of the little mound.
I don't even know what to call you. We'll come up with something later. Friend, you stay here. I need to finish getting some food. I'll come back with something for you later.
And then just sits down on top of the mound.
Right. Gail didn't say all of that in Sylvan, by the way.
Yeah,
just because the birds seem to understand Sylvan. Gail's going with Sylvan. While going to get the rest of the food, Gail is going to try and see if he can find something like like a dead goat or something like that.
Find a dead ambush goat.
Yeah. And Gail, on the way back, if Gail's able to find an extra goat, we'll throw a goat into the ring for his new friend.
Okay, you kind of like making your way back before you go back to your companions. You just take this dead goat and pitch it into the circle, and you watch as this critter stands up and goes, and then leaps at it, and you watch as it grabs hold of the goat and goes, and just swallows the whole thing in one bite, no chewing at all. And like you watch as the distended body of the goat kind of goes down its gullet and then rests in its stomach as it just swallows this thing whole.
At least you're easy to feed. be back soon.
You make your way back to your compatriots after you have encountered this odd critter.
Oh, yeah.
What will you do, Jace?
Gael is going to make food.
Okay. Gael is not a cook.
No.
You know this. So roll survival, I suppose?
Yeah. Well, we can do that.
You could have assistance.
You very well could.
Since Haru did suggest it.
Alright. I mean, anyone who wants to help can. Alright, let's roll some survival. I guess. That's not... Well, good thing I'm getting help. It's not bad. Let me double check what that is. For survival... That's a 12 on the die plus 7 for 19.
That's not bad, actually. So you it's much more like country cooking than anything. It's homely.
Yeah, it's smoked salmon.
Yep.
Grab some salmon from the river, so we got smoked salmon, some sort of like potatoes, and with like some chives, and some like some other like aromatic, just stuff that Gael was able to find, kind of all mashed together. There is some sort of red pudding.
Some sort of red pudding.
Yes. Yes.
What is it? We don't know.
I mean, it is red pudding. You just don't know what else is in it.
Gotcha.
And then there would also be whatever, if Gael was able to find like venison, there'd be some venison. Otherwise, it would be grilled goat meat.
Gotcha. Now, I will actually point out something that Gael would have observed in his process of looking for food. So, in the crater and the crevice that was created by Sariandi, you'd see that there is a river that is starting to flow into it. You're noting that there are several salmon that just go into the hole, and you don't know where they go.
All right. Good. We've got hell salmon. Right. I'll have to look at that at some point.
That's just the detail I felt I needed to point out.
That's important. We'll have to swim down and figure that out at some point.
The stranger part is if they're coming back out.
Wow, I knew they could swim upstream, but I didn't know they were that good. It's just swimming up a waterfall.
Yep. They're doing the Minecraft thing.
Yeah. So you guys have all been provided food made by Gael. It's pretty decent, to be honest. So it's hard to match Maddie, but still, it's pretty good.
Much better than I could do.
All right. So we've got everything here. I mean, everybody go ahead and dig in. If we need more, I can go find more.
All looks excellent.
Does the staff still have all the flowers, by the way?
Yes.
All right. So I figured out at least one of the things that this can do. I found the portal. So we can go to the Feywild if and when we're ready.
Gael, I feel the need to ask because I know you didn't go in it yet, did you?
No. But something came out. It's like a big purple chicken. But it's big enough that I could probably ride it.
Someone who knows something. Did Gael find something that can kill us?
Most anything could theoretically kill a person.
So,
resident
anyone who wants
expert
to...
on paper chickens.
Oh, sorry about that. So,
There was
anyone
mumbling.
anybody who wants to try to roll to find out what this creature is, it'd probably be an Arcana check. But that would be about it.
Alright.
Michelle, did you say 27?
We can't hear you.
25. Sorry, I forgot that I had the thing.
Gotcha.
25.
Mm-hmm. 25, 26. So you think you may know what this is, and the truth of the matter is that yes, Gael did find something dangerous and that could kill you guys. Or it found him. You're not sure which one that will be called. It's something called a tane, or at least that's what them as a general collective are referred to as. They're essentially a created critter that was made by the Archfey, and that one in particular is called a Jub bird.
Jub bird.
Yeah.
It is also
familiar.
It is also, while very dangerous, also the weakest of them.
Oh no.
That was a thing in Alice in Wonderland.
Well, they're dangerous, but also that's the least dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feywild's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's not what I expect out of the Feywild at this point. So.
I will say, if it is possible to befriend it, it could make getting around a little bit more easy.
Well, a feather to goat, so like a whole goat.
It's a good start.
I did not prepare to speak with things. I can cast tongues maybe, but I don't think it'll work on him. Because it only works on people.
I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. It seemed to understand when I spoke to it in Sylvan, but that was it.
I can see if tongues works.
Okay.
It is a bit weird. There are a few particularly intelligent animals and other such creatures that do have their own sort of language amongst themselves, and those are actually able to be communicated with through tongues. However, if they don't have their own language, even if it's not one humans can speak, humanoids, then they can understand me, but I would not be able to understand them still.
So, did you speak with animals while you were talking to it, or did you?
Alright.
Alright. I mean, if tongues doesn't work, would detect thoughts have any effect on it?
I can try. I don't have it prepared today, but I can try.
Just a thought. I'm not the short one that's sitting over there.
Yeah. It'd be unaffected if it has an intelligence of 3 or lower.
I think it's smart enough to at least understand something. Just gotta figure out how to communicate with it. Also, what's here? I mean, I opened it up and it came right out.
Creatures like that, at the very least, do understand strength, or rather power, so as long as we do not appear weak to it, then I don't think we have anything to worry.
And you two said it was created, correct?
As
Yes.
far as I could tell from what I know.
Is it possible it was sent instead of just wandering through?
Maybe.
I hadn't put much thought into that, honestly.
That's fair.
Unless if we can speak to it, then we won't know until we go to the other side.
Are we ready to do that, by the way? Or do we want to wait?
I mean, I think the better question is, Gail, does your mom want buried on this side or over there?
I think regardless, my mum's at peace now.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, we can ask, but no harm in asking.
the alternative to going to the Feywilds now would be dealing with the situation Bjorn has found himself in.
We're just waiting for the morning so that everyone can be fully rested.
Alright.
And the second thing is, Gail, what do you want to do with the Earth?
I want to do whatever she wants.
And then, as hard as this is gonna sound, you're gonna have to talk to her.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's, something I'm gonna have to do.
I think when you do, you should have an emotional support Maddie and an emotional support Haru.
Probably. Look, I'll be honest, I wasn't that great at talking to her when she was alive. What? She's really pretty.
You got tongue-tied?
A little bit.
Maybe that's why you and Maddie get along so well.
What do you mean?
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, speaking with others tends to not get any easier with time. You simply learn to overcome whatever might be impeding you.
True. I also haven't talked to her in 60 plus summers. Also, she's dead. It makes things really weird. Talking to my mum's one thing, but I don't even know what to think of it. Any of this. I didn't think I was ever going to actually get to... Well, actually, that's not true. I technically talked to both of them, but it's been a one-way conversation the whole time.
Well,
we can do that tonight. I mean, might as well.
it would be best to learn about it before we make a plan around it.
Alright. If we're gonna do that, could we do it at the house my mum was working on?
Of course.
Alright. Roses, how you doing, by the way?
I'd say I'm doing fine. At least for right now.
Any memories or anything spark up or anything?
No.
Alright. No worries, just figured I'd check.
That's fair. No, I'm doing good. I'm just
Good.
kind of... I don't know. Just kind of puttering around.
That's fine. Clothes look a bit better, by the way.
Yeah. really, that whole magic thing helps quite a bit, but it's not really something I can do.
Oh. Regardless of if you regain your memories, I believe that you are capable enough of finding something that makes you truly happy still on this realm.
Yeah, maybe you're right. We'll see.
He just kind of looks pensive for a bit.
Well, you've got here to stay. You can stay here as long as you need. No rush.
We'll see. We'll see.
Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
Cody froze,
That is
taking
brilliant.
a drink. It's pretty fucking amazing.
Just froze time.
Cody is very thirsty.
Drink.
It would be even funnier if all of a sudden somebody walked in on the background and just like moved the cup. Rudy, just out of curiosity, because Mom isn't here to help tell me everything this thing does. You're able to identify things, right?
Yes, of course.
Right. Could you identify this and just let me know if there's anything I need to know about it or anything? Okay.
Of course. I shall do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Identify reveals that it is very simply is Sariandi's staff. It is made by her for her, or intended for her. Ooh, excuse me. And it is more or less just kind of a +2 focus. It's a spellcasting focus more than anything, and it acts like essentially like a key to a Feywild portal to allow one to enter it without harm.
I'll tell you that.
All right.
I think you should just hold on to this.
Well, I was planning on it. I'm not
Yeah.
letting anybody else take this.
Obviously not.
Hi. Right. Well,
Really up to you, Gael.
about what?
What you want to do next.
I mean, we got to figure out what Earth wants first.
Okay.
After that, I'm up for taking a rest, and if we're ready to go,
Okay.
might as well get my dad's help.
Let's do this. Let's talk to Earth first.
Jill, what are you doing?
I found a dicky.
Oh, okay. I just saw this really rapid hand movement and I reacted to it.
Stretching it out.
Joe was
Okay.
given a STEM toy, essentially.
Okay.
Also, just a note, Maddie does want to look at this weird celestial book before we leave.
Oh yeah.
So after this,
I would have handed it over to Maddie.
So after this, if you want to... Just wanted to make sure it didn't get missed in the chat.
That's fair. It's one of those things I will occasionally kind of not notice. So Maddie,
Yes.
looking through the Celestial book, it is essentially a journal.
I thought it was
and
locked.
Well, yes, actually. First off, it is locked. This is true. And there is actually some kind of a chain that is made of black iron wrapped around it, which, Dea, if you want to make a Thieves' Tools check or something, you can try to unlock it.
Sure.
Also, my elbow hurts. Why does my elbow hurt?
Where's my...
Oh, come on.
They're in a little bit of trouble with this at first.
Can I try again?
You can go again. Honey, how do you keep doing this?
Well, look at me.
He's nervous. Maddie's watching. She's nervous.
Do it when people are watching.
This doesn't happen all the time, I swear.
This is what it.
That's better. You're able to unlock it. It's DC 15. This wasn't a tough lock. It was everything else.
I do have to ask, does the iron smell like blood?
It smells like sulfur. It smells very heavily of sulfur and blood. Yeah.
So it's either blood iron or primal iron.
Or black iron. Yeah.
Black iron.
Something bad.
Yeah.
This is a journal. It is written by a celestial. It is detailing various encounters and fights that it goes through. And as you're reading through this, you're not seeing a name, and you're not seeing a name, and you're not seeing a name until you get to the last page, and you note that the name on it is Amelie.
What the fuck?
And I literally said 2 seconds before this, it would be great if it was her journal.
No.
Let's capture her.
Oh god, is that
You found
sword?
my mom's
No,
And you
wait,
also realize
Michelle,
that the Sundered
Michelle, I
Holy
think you
Avenger
mute.
and the +3 Celestial Plate were actually probably Amelie's gear.
Oh my
I think these are yours.
Can we not tell Amelie we found the armor? It's very nice armor and I would like it.
But she's gonna see you.
Just show up to the bakery and her
You-
dear winners are like, hey, what's up?
That's a bit rude.
Yeah,
for
I just found this sick ass armor. It's nice, right? Well, they captured Asmars. They did capture Asmars.
Why did they? Oh god.
You should probably tell your mom we found this.
No joke.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that armor?
Hang on, like a weird feeling when you mentioned the grades, I was like, huh, this is gonna be weird. It
wait
might
a
be
minute.
wait.
To be honest, that might have been the cell she was in.
In an alternate universe, this is where we saved Amelie.
I thought she was though.
She was in a deeper part, but I'm wondering if she started there.
In an alternate timeline, we found Amelie with Aerith and Gail's mom's bodies, kickstarting all of this in a weird spot.
I wonder.
Oh boy.
What's with all these weird, like, family tied together?
So, the journal details many of the exploits of one Amelie Broadbeck. And you see that the dating is basically, it shows that there's a break in like every time she goes out to do something. And it's always something like broke up a ritual, killed X, cacodemons or something like that. Like it's always listings of what they did and when they did it. It seems almost like a war book. They're listing every single encounter.
What the fuck, Mom? Okay.
I have a question. Does it mention when she meets Finn?
In this journal, no, it does not mention that.
I'm telling you, we didn't
Because-
find her fucking diary.
Are you
Yeah,
telling
find
me
someone's
she
fucking
didn't
diary.
find the Mamma Mia book where we find out Maddie actually
She
has
had
2
the
other potential dads?
Best summer
No.
ever.
Yes, the details that she once had sex with a Firbolg and a Tiefling. No, yeah, it mentions no detail of her romantic life, but at the very back end of the book, there is the name essentially, which would be Amelie.
Does it?
Did
Did it have any entry to that meeting?
I don't think it would have.
If it's a journal,
Okay,
It's a journal, not a diary.
it's more
Does
like
not have
a
It does not have
military
mentions
log.
of her personal life.
Well, like, met a guy.
Nope. I
Attaboy.
just told you, no, it does not.
Met a boy at a bakery. He's kind of cute.
So
Not in
basically,
this
the journal was the pause happened when she got captured, right? Or is that?
Yeah, basically the book ends with going to attempt to deal with a pit fiend, and then it stops.
But does that mean she was in Ekes during that time?
Not necessarily,
Or-
because
okay.
at the same time, one could have gone to she could have gone to that plane, and then things went wrong.
Yeah, because she disappeared in the south of Adela, remember?
Right. Okay. But it's still the same tit fiend. That
It certainly seems like it.
It's a good thing I flipped them off, though. I don't fucking. Fuck that guy, honestly. Oh no, this is. I don't know what to do with their stuff. This is.
You look over at your friends who are helping themselves to all of her gear.
Well,
I will say.
Dea's holding Dea's holding the sundered Holy Avenger, which is basically a short sword.
I will say, if she has her items back, it'll be a lot harder to resist the urge to go out.
Am I thinking of the right thing? Didn't we find a piece of a blade somewhere along the way?
You found pieces of a duelo.
We found the spear.
Yeah, the spear that we have.
The spear had a long blade tip.
It did, but I thought we found something in the... One of the times we went into the place with all of the bad, like, ichor and stuff like that.
You did find a blade there once, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that God, what a fucking callback, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, you did find that blade, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was before.
It was well before
her,
you,
it was part of
Cody.
the party, yeah.
It was before you, Cody. You're talking about back with the wolves, aren't you? Like the corrupted wolves where you found the,
Yeah. Yeah.
the key to
That's
go
where
to
we
the Sky
found the
Island.
stone coin for the.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
Oh God,
So
that was
yes,
that was the in-person session.
Yeah.
It was. There was a broken blade piece. I will tell you right now, it's not the same blade.
So it doesn't match. Okay.
No, it does not.
I was
Incredible,
like,
though.
What are the odds?
what are the odds?
No.
Okay.
Look,
I wanted
think
to
I've
clear that
thought-
out
yeah.
before we figured it out.
I think I've thought of the proper term for the book. It's a register.
Yes, that would be the proper term. I actually could not think of what I would actually call it. So logbook or journal was the first that came to mind.
Book also makes sense, I think.
But God fucking damn, Jace. What a callback.
I remember
Even
things.
I haven't thought of that in a while.
I told you I remember things.
That was session 17.
Yeah, that was years ago at this point.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to think.
This is why I don't always take notes, because I remember shit like this.
Kitty.
I hate it.
Kitty.
Well, at the very least, She
Scratch them like right
should
at the base of
know.
the tail, right on their back.
I was still gonna tell her anyway, so she's not getting the stuff back, no matter how much she asks.
Well,
What?
two things. I mean, to be fair, Maddie, you could wear this armor, but it's gonna be heavy.
I don't wear heavy armor.
It'd look really cool.
You don't wear armor at all, actually.
No, I wear arcane armor.
Yeah, you wear the
That's
arcane armor.
You can wear it, but it would be fucking rough.
It'd be worse for you in every way, but you could do it.
Well, the only reason it would suck is when she hits 14, she'd be immune to radiant and necrotic.
I read the details. It would fuck my dexterity by a full ton if I wear this.
You also would have cast spells, because you can't cast spells in heavy armor.
If the only way that
shit.
Maddie could wear it without being in trouble is if she either took a level in Paladin. Even then, I think it only goes up to medium proficiency, or she
She
took
doesn't
like a
have the
feat
strength
for-
score for Paladin.
Yeah, I know. Or I don't care about that, in fairness.
Wait, so that means
she...
Amelie was a paladin, technically? If she had to work?
Technically.
I mean, if you think about a class for one, it makes sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They're essentially divine martial class.
Yeah. Or Maddie could take, I think it's like heavily armored or heavy
Yeah, but you have to
armored.
take feats to get to there, so like it would require like 3 feats.
You have to have proficiency in medium armor, and if you don't have that, you need the moderately armored.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna wear it anyway by the end
You
of the
could
day.
get a tattoo to give you that feat.
Oh god, it would cost so much money.
God.
We have so much money.
I mean, I was offering it to you since, you know, it is your mom's armor, it would make sense. But at the same time, if it's not gonna work for you, especially since you can't cast spells.
I don't see the point of having it. Well, someone can have
really,
it.
For you to use it, Maddie, you'd have to get it reworked until it wasn't plate mail. That's the best way of putting it.
That defeats the purpose of it.
It does. Well, I mean, with the exception of the resistance to radiant and necrotic, which would then become immunity to resistance to radiant and necrotic. That would be the only plus.
Yeah. I still can't wear it because it's heavy.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, basically, that and the Sundered Holy Avenger are seemingly Amelie's weapons and gear.
She did mention about that sword. It's gonna be awkward once I tell her about what we found.
Tell her yet.
What?
You don't have to tell her yet if you don't want to. Like,
why?
I think that if we do find her, it might be best to start with the book.
Yeah, it would. Just keep the sword and the armor away from her, then, in case of, instinct. So, yeah, I'll mention the journal, but not the other stuff we found. Oh boy. Well, I had my fill for today. So... Percy, do you want the armor?
To be fair, I'm the only one who can literally use it.
Yes, you can use it.
I mean,
I don't.
Gael can use it, but
did Gael start Paladin or start Barbarian?
Paladin.
But it messes with your rage, doesn't it?
Gael fucks
It
up.
does. It basically makes rage useless. I'm just very angry. That's all it is. Is I'm just very.
It makes Gael raging make this.
Yeah, you lose almost all benefits of rage if you are wearing heavy armor. So
Which is
you're
why
just essentially just angrier for no reason.
Which is why I said Mercy's the only one who can wear it. I started out fighter and I'm a paladin as well.
Also not wearing armor anymore.
I'm not opposed to Mercy having it, so.
I didn't want to
Gael
ask
just
because
angrily
it
trudging
seemed
along.
rude.
Well, none of us can use it, so yes, you can have it.
I'm probably gonna change the color. And she takes it and walks off to go put it on.
No, wait, hold on. I just realized something. There is one other person who can use it.
Ro.
Ro.
But Ro has a +2 armor. I have a +1. So Ro's already better off.
This is
and you already have
also
necrotic.
fair.
But
You already have
Ro,
necrotic resistance as well.
Ro puts it on. It's like when you have a child putting on a t-shirt so it looks like a dress.
I also want to point out something. I want you to look how heavy that armor is.
It's two.
It weighs
it's
as
like
much
two
as Ro.
times.
No, it weighs 2 times of Ro. Ro weighs 30 pounds.
It's more like a child wearing a bucket for a helmet.
It's a turtle.
Ro puts on the armor. Cruel Angel's Thesis starts playing.
Is that an anime joke? Is that an anime joke?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's why it went like this on me. That's fine.
For reference,
That is a Neon Genesis Evangelion reference.
if you give me this, I have a 22 AC.
If you give me this, I have 100 AC.
Because I took Defender when I took Paladin, so I get a
Yeah.
+1 to my AC, and it's a 21 starting. So I have a 22, and then since I use haste in every fight, my AC will be 24.
Alright.
I can actually be a tank!
Now let me make my argument for the night.
Alright, let's hear it.
If you give it to me, I will never die.
That is not true, because you'll suffer the dexterity.
If you give it to me, I'll never die.
Wait, if you suffer the dexterity, you can't shoot.
And I'll be really bad at shooting. I'll look sick as hell.
Yeah.
I'll look damn good.
Does Ro actually say this? I was about to say if she does, Mercy's just gonna
fucking care.
I just love the idea of like Ro wearing this plate mail, and it looks like the frickin' Siegfried armor from like Dark Souls, like the Onion Knight. You're just wearing this armor with a gun, just moving very slowly.
Hey, I could get full cover with that thing. Pull all my limbs in, like a turtle. Pop back out.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah, it's up.
I don't know how to add that to my character sheet is my only issue.
I should be able to just drag and drop it, to be honest.
I will say about the Sundered Holy Avenger, the only issue is with it, you have to be a paladin to be attuned to it.
Yes.
So we have 2.
I mean, Maddie could drop a level in Paladin.
I do not have the strength for that.
I will point this out. I don't care about
Holy
stat
Avenger,
requirements.
you do.
I don't give a fuck.
About the
Level requirements? Like
Right.
ability score requirement? I don't give a shit. That's stupid. Rule of cool. Doesn't make sense.
Rudy
Is it
becomes
cool?
a barbarian.
Do it.
Rudy becomes a barbarian.
What are we gonna do with the sword, though? That's the real question.
You could give it back to Amelie.
As it is broken, I don't think that it would be enough to drive her into trying to do anything of the sort again. If anything, it might remind her of why she chose to settle down. As it is broken.
Damn, what the? Yeah. It is broken, so you can't really fix it.
You say that, but
It's still functional, it's just shorter than it used to be.
It can be fixed if we cover the missing pieces, but
I think that's back in.
Who knows where?
oh no,
Yeah. This is an honest response from Connor. So, logically, if this guy was collecting things from people he beat, he took as much as possible.
Oh, this.
Which means the answer to this question of where's that other half is who the fuck knows, because even he couldn't find it. Which means you don't know where the other half of that Holy Avenger is.
wherever it became
Wherever the fight
sundered.
took place, maybe it's somewhere over there. It might just be gone.
But then again, there's also a chance that some like bird or something like that took the piece because it was shiny.
Some shitty fucking imp just took took the blade and ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
That'd be a funny conversation. Hey, Mom, remember when you fucked up and got caught and broke your favorite sword? Where was that exactly?
Oh.
That is a tough topic to bring
Because I'm
up.
taking your sword because you don't deserve it
oof.
anymore. You don't deserve your
toy.
I'm confiscating your toy because you broke it.
Anyway.
The idea of that conversation, sorry.
I enjoyed this entire conversation. It went nowhere, but I like it because it was just funny.
Now we can let Gael go do the sad stuff now that we've had funny, humorous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at emotional whiplash. Also, I have 5 resistances now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm resistant to fire, cold, poison, idiot, and necrotic now.
That's pretty good, though.
Most of the damages your dad could do. Got it.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
Except for lightning.
Oh no, lightning.
What are you gonna do?
Get me?
Let's go be sad.
Yeah, let's
You
go
guys
be sad.
Make your way to the new home. What?
All we need to
no.
do is like encounter some sort of golem and use parts from it to make some sort of shield or something, because then you'd have lightning absorption.
Oh no!
On that.
Give
Take
me
wire.
every resistance.
Take wire and put wire around Mercy's armor, make it a Faraday cage.
No!
Take that, Dad.
I actually think there might
Beat him
have...
with science.
It might have been UA, but I think there was a shield that was made from like parts of some golem that
I think so.
basically allowed you to absorb lightning attacks.
Well, I
directed
can
at
tell you this much: flesh golems are immune to lightning.
A lot of golems actually are.
So, you guys make your way back to the new home. With that stupid conversation aside.
Not more stupid than shoving good berries down a hummingbird's throat.
No, stop! No! Leave the poor baby alone. You guys find yourselves there with the form of Sariandi, hands clasped together, present. And Irith is also there. Hers has not moved.
All right.
Texting Irith, right? Rudy preps the ritual. Takes 10 minutes because it is a normal ritual spell. Is Mercy there?
Yeah, I don't want Rudy to lose her mind, so I figured it's best.
I rolled an 18 on the die. I'm fine.
Look, it makes sure Rudy can't get hurt.
Connor wants me to roll a nat 1 so bad.
So good.
Yeah, but the problem is, you roll a nat 1, Ho's right there.
I can fix it, yeah.
Shut up, you little bitch boy.
And actually, since I haven't used it today, I'm probably gonna long rest after this. The three of us who didn't long rest. He will, to help Gael feel a bit better, just use Make Whole on the staff that's mundane. Because even if it's a mundane staff, it still has sentimental value.
That is fair. Haru casts Make Whole upon the staff, and the dry, rotted, weathered hunk of wood begins to remend itself and become something closer to what it looked like once upon a time, a long, long time ago.
I remember that. Gotten hit with that a few times.
Right, Gael.
Hopefully you'll have that opportunity again.
Alright, Gael. Ask the questions you want to ask. Well, I will contact Irith.
Okay. So, Gael, Erudite begins casting the spell to summon the presence of Irith back to you to answer some questions. As Erudite begins to cast the spell, you watch as appearing in front of you is the form of Irith, just like she is in the statue, but transparent, like something that is kind of there but not entirely. And she has that same set look in her eyes that you always recognize as her being stubborn, in a way. And she is back. She is here. She is, at least there in spirit, but not all the way. And you see her. I don't recall if you ever really gave me a full description of Irith, to be honest.
No, I haven't ever written it down. So she's standing about 6'9", muscular, almost looking about as muscular as Gael. Everyone would be able to recognize, again, the haircut that Gael used to wear that's Irith's haircut, is the mohawk. If there's any sort of coloration, her hair almost looks like highlighter pink. She does have a rather large scar on like her throat, kind of almost near her larynx. Very, very visible. Looks like it was a pretty grievous wound. She is wearing what would be a dress made out of animal pelts. She has a number of different bracelets that look like woven. And she does have a necklace with, it looks like, a gigantic dire bear tooth, and a couple of other small teeth, which might look familiar to a couple people. Yeah, almost the same, but just slightly lighter coloration than Gael. No shoes. Very piercing eyes, and other than that, just a number of animal bone piercings as well.
Aerith looks at you with her stern, stubborn look, and she just kind of gives a bit of a smile, like a smirk almost.
Hey. Yeah, sorry, words. You're beautiful, by the way.
She will smile a bit more.
Right. So this is the long worded question, so just stick with me here. So first of all, these are my friends. I know Mum mentioned you guys can check in from time to time, so you probably know everything that's been going on. They came up with the idea that we might be able to bring you back here. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to take on a home and at least fix it. I don't know much beyond that. Well, they had the idea of bringing you back, cause maybe you could help me and you could help us do a thing. And you'd be back here, which would be pretty cool. It's been a while since I've seen you and all that. But I don't want to try doing this if you're okay where you're at.
Just ask your question, you dumb asshole.
Rudy relays this to... Because this is...
Right. Would you want to come back?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. Cool. That's really cool. I like that. Anyway, so we're gonna go... Oh, by the way, I don't know if did Mum tell you who my dad is?
No. I was never told.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go meet my dads in the Feywild, and we're gonna see where this all goes. I've got a lot of stories to tell you. Yeah. I hope this works. Yeah, that's honestly the only questions that I had I didn't want to bother you.
I'd love to hear your stories.
Okay. Alright, we should probably... we'll let you get back to doing whatever it is you're doing. We got your staff back. Haru helped me make it all back. And yeah, we'll get you back here. I'll see you then.
I'll see you then. I love you.
I love you.
And she'll fade away.
Oh, is it hot in here? I think it's a little warm. I need to
The second she's gone, Mercy's gonna go, what the fuck was that?
Rudy's just looking between where Irith was and where Gael is just like going back and forth between the two spots for like 30
No.
seconds.
You have no game.
He mean to Gael.
What?
Yeah, like
What's
you
he
have
talking
game. We know I don't have game, but Gail at least acts confident.
In fairness, I got a girlfriend by not having game as well.
Same hat.
You were nice. Shut up.
Oh my god, I want it. No. He's just like, Gael, I think you kind of reverted back to,
A teenager.
a little bit.
What?
Live in peace, y'all.
No, because we've never seen Gail like this, and it's amazing.
It's actually cute though.
It's adorable.
It was like watching Ro trying to interact with Demos.
Ro, by the way, I said nothing and is kind of like clenching her mouth closed, and there's like a little bit of tears in her eyes. She's like, that was really fucking cute.
I know.
You will have to get better at talking with her if you're going to spend your life with her.
I'm really out of practice, I'm not gonna lie.
I will give you some lenience, because now that I'm thinking about it, the last time you saw her, you were literally 16, weren't you?
Literally was like the third time she'd ever kissed me. She told me she loved me, then I got thrown about 300 feet down a hill watching fire consume their bodies.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Wow, okay.
My girlfriend became the moon.
Same vibes! I was literally thinking that. Gail?
I also never thought I was gonna see her again, let alone the fact that I'm actually gonna get to, like, hold her again. It's a lot to handle, alright? I can get hit with a million different things in the face, and I'm fine. This is...
Adorable.
This is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So we're gonna leave this campaign with 4 happy couples.
Alright.
Then here's what you do.
Right.
Before her, Albus and whoever else, then you pledge to make this a home that is worth coming back to her. That it is something you can devote your life to. For after the events that happen in Patricia,
Connor, are you kidding or is that serious?
It's a joke,
knows
dude.
where-
That's funny as hell.
who knows what will happen next.
Right. Yeah, that's... I got a lot of work to do.
The emotional support, how it worked.
Thank you for that, Ari. Alright. I'm exhausted again. Right.
I hate to ask this, Gail, but do you want to ask your mom where she wants to be buried tonight, or do you need to wait?
I'm okay asking Mum tonight.
Rudy,
she
you should.
probably knows that we're gonna ask anyway.
Rudy, you have to tattle. You have to tattle.
You have
You
to.
have to.
We have to. Wait, she can hear all of us. She just can't talk to us.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Connor, I rolled a 3. Which means I'm an 18. Which means I'm fine.
Fuck you.
The thing is, they're in the same place. She may already know.
She probably
You might have
does.
even been watching.
Probably
Sariandi
was.
reappears. Bitch! No.
Rudy.
Hey.
Erudite begins to cast the spell Contact Other Planes, and the form of Sariandi will reappear. Actually, I'll correct myself. You will see that the stone figure of Sariandi will begin to move,
Oh, that's
As the-
interesting.
and it gains an almost liquid movement to it, but it stops and regards you.
Hold on real quick before we go too far. Can she touch things and not, like, phase through it then?
Yeah.
Hey, Gael, why don't you ask
She's inhabiting her own stone body.
Hey, Gael, while we're at it, do you want to ask your mom to tell us what your dad looked like?
Hold the paper.
Since she can
Oh.
touch things.
I mean, you could ask her that. It's fair.
I'm
if
asking
want-
you. They're your questions, Gael.
We
I
don't
know
have to phrase it as a question. It could just be a
Aye.
suggestion. Think and touch.
Mom, do you mind? Because they're gonna be. Also, hello. Sorry.
Your son can't talk to girls.
Hello, dear.
Hey, Mom.
Sounded like a teenage boy.
Right. You already know everything that's going on. We already. Do you mind? Would you? I don't know if it'll work, but if it does, could you show me on this paper what Dad looks like? Cause I got to go find him now.
No, I won't tell you that.
Damn it.
That would ruin his fun.
Alright, that makes sense.
And tricksters.
Right. I have another question. Did you leave a purple chicken in the gate?
No, I did not leave a purple chicken in the gate.
Alright, because there's something called a jub bird. It's like a big purple chicken looking thing without feather. I don't know. It came out, I gave it a go, and it understands Fey language. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just wondered if that was something you were used to.
Oh no. Oh no, I just realized something. Gael is Gorgug Thistlespring. He's gonna go around asking if you're my dad. Oh no!
It's okay, Jason. You'll get that reference soon because you owe me 3 hours.
Are you
It's
my
true.
dad?
Are you my
Am
dad?
Am I my own dad?
Am I my
Are
own
you
dad?
my dad? You absolute. Am I your father?
Alright. Okay.
Barbarians all don't know their dad.
No. I think that's it.
You wanted to ask about her vesting place.
Yeah. That's why we called her.
Sorry. I talked to Aerith and my brain got all scrambled. again, like usual. I know, don't have to remind me. Okay. Do you want to just rest here, or is there somewhere else you would like to have your body resting?
I have no real preference, to be honest.
You seemed at peace earlier today, so I figured. If you don't mind, I'm gonna keep your body around here just as a reminder to other folks as well. You did a lot for this area, and I don't think that should be forgotten.
Thank you for the warning.
Alright. I think that's all I have. I can't think of anything else. Because I've got this figured out.
You know,
What?
can you at least ask to confirm that your dad, whoever he may be, can bring people back from the dead? That way we know if we need to find someone else.
Can that bring people back from the dead? Like bring Aerith back?
In theory, yeah.
Right. Okay. That part of the plan makes sense. Right. Okay.
I have another thing you might be able to ask.
That's our last question. So,
Yeah.
So that's your last question?
no, I think what Cody's saying is our last question.
Oh, okay, got it.
Is-
Cody's got the last.
Jace asked two before that. We asked about the burial and then the dad thing. So that's
And
we've got one left.
Okay, so you're right.
Right.
You wanted to revive this village. I know that several people who might have escaped could well be scattered. Would your mother know where to find them if any were willing to return?
True, I didn't think of that. Do you know if anyone escaped?
Perhaps. But if they did, they'll make their way back in time.
The only way to bring them all back is to bring this place back.
Make it home again.
Now, with that said, I've got to get going. And she'll kind of kick something over that's like about like a 6 inches off the ground. She'll kick something over just a little bit, put her foot up on top of it, puts one hand on her hip, the other one up in the air, and she kind of strikes a pose, and then the statue stops moving.
Well, we know where you got your dramatic flair.
That sounds about right.
You'd make a good statue to put in the center.
I think that's why she did that.
Aye.
She did say thanks for the warning.
Hey, Ro. Do you think you could sculpt something so that way she can be...
That is a lot of
Make her
pressure
a
to put on.
staff. Make her a stone staff too.
Well, I mean in the sense that you can create just a stone platform and then we can meld her foot to...
That too.
Sure.
It's what Gail wants. It was just my thought. Could always leave her hidden somewhere for people to explore to find in the village.
She would have struck a very different pose if that was the case.
Let's leave.
Just hiding in
this-
a bush with her finger up like this.
Let's leave
trying to,
this part to once there's actually time to really get the village back in shape.
Aye.
She probably would wish to stay in a place that is home until then.
Aye, that was kind of my thought. We've got a lot of work to do before we can do anything. We got to figure this out, and then honestly, before we go getting the village taken care of, we got to make sure this entire world ain't gonna go to shit.
Very true.
Before I come back here fixing the village.
And hey, having Earth might make it easier to not make the world go to fucking shit.
I'm pretty sure Aerith was close to being able to do the same thing my mum just did. So, I'm not lying when I said she's stronger than I was. She's probably still stronger than I am now.
Stronger in just sense of power, or stronger in sense of personality?
Yes.
Cool. We're gonna have a second fail for a Bolg.
Well, I thought you would have realized by now. There are many different types of strength. What you possess is no less than what anybody else has, nor necessarily any greater.
Except for lifting trees. I don't know anyone who can lift trees as well as I do.
That is the case.
But I get it, Tara. Thank you.
Good points for emotional support. Haru.
Company clutch.
I believe together the two of you will find you are much stronger than either alone.
That's true. It's actually true though. I remember a couple months before the actual attack itself, there was another child that got lost. Actually got taken by some wolves. Mum was off doing something, and so Aerith and I went after the kid. We took out an entire pack of wolves by ourselves. Barely a scratch on us. We actually saved the boy. So you're not wrong.
Let us rest and perhaps celebrate.
That sounds good to me. I mean, I've got some cake in the snack pouch if we want some. I've got other treats in there too if anybody wants some.
I suppose it depends on if anybody wants to cook.
I think we're good. Alright, let's I'm gonna build another fire in the main area, and I think that's about all the energy I've got for today.
If anyone wants to sleep in the mansion, it's open.
Two things. Before Mercy goes to sleep, she's calling Knight back over because she never sent him back, and she's gonna pick up the top of him and lay him across Gael's lap. Comfort puppy.
Thank you.
He's a good boy.
Thank you.
Just don't let him near your food.
That's how you accidentally lick a microphone.
And
Gail's just gonna pet the dog.
the second thing I want to do, because I can still use this today because I used the other one yesterday. I would like to perceive someone.
No.
Who you
Don't
looking for?
perceive me.
I want to look at Rose's mom. Let me see Portia.
You
Oh,
want
no.
to find Portia. Okay.
Just try to make sure they're still in the same areas. I'm gonna jump over to the
Bitch boy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's easier to track them if I don't use it on the people who have the easiest time dispelling it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Also, I kind of want to make sure that
Definitely gonna need to correct that.
stronghold.
Because I don't
Yeah.
think Lucretia's feet wide. I think
It's so
miles
small.
wide.
they're
So
probably not
tiny.
a stronghold yet if that's where they're headed. It's only been a day, but they could make some distance if that's where they are in fact heading. If not, we'll figure out maybe a better line of trajectory of where they're going.
Gosh, some of them might struggle with the local wildlife.
I'm on my way. If I can be strong. Sorry.
Also, I considered giving Gael powder again, but then I decided night is something you can cuddle.
Let me tell you,
True.
2 of the 5 times I've had creatures swallowed by giant purple worms were in
Yep.
those canyons.
Yes, like those are in Precretia, we avoid the giant purple worms when we go to Precretia. I don't want to fight a giant purple worm.
Why not?
Because it's a giant purple worm.
Because
Why
I know
not?
those things are fucking brutal, Connor.
'Cause they're
Why?
ugly.
Don't be afraid.
Well, we'd be fine at this
She's not that
point.
bad, to be honest.
Okay, but have you met Connor?
I mean, yeah, fair.
Yes, and I've encountered Connor's giant purple worms ambushing.
I don't want to fight them because they're ugly.
Alright.
Hey,
rude.
they have a lot
Really?
of treasures inside. From
wanna
the
only
people
pick
they've
pretty things?
swallowed.
I don't want to fight anything ever again. We're avoiding every fight. Malorus, we're coming to charm the pants off that guy. We're gonna be so nice to him. He's gonna be like, wait, maybe the evilness is not so good.
Maybe we phase charm the pants off of him.
Hey, I got one brother. I'm coming for the dad next.
Do not fuck
He-
Malorus. He is potentially the BBEG depending on who we go after first.
I'm gonna fuck your
To-
dad.
2 years later, Rose, now Mercy's mom.
Oh no.
Hey, your mom.
Oh, terrible. Truly the worst case scenario.
That's how we start campaign 2 as Evil Row.
No. I'm gardening.
That was corruption art.
Bro is your mom.
Actually, it's Mercy's corruption arc because Ro is
Yeah.
your mom, and you're like, fuck. Fuck that.
O becomes Mercy's mom and Mercy becomes all powerful and goes to like Elysium to gather an army of holy fighters to fuck you up.
No. Mercy just tries to bring the king and yellow down. You're like, no, fuck it, we're starting over.
We're
No,
going
kill it! Destroy it all!
Press the reset.
So you use your observance upon Portia, who I will have to roll for, and is definitely not the same as Mr. Lacroix.
People who haven't jumped over, they've moved a little bit south to the next mountain. Southwest, but it's more south than west.
Nifty. So you cast observance upon her, and you watch that, and you basically get a nice view of the desert of Precretia.
This feels familiar.
You see that the winds are beginning to sweep up sands and push them off into the distance and create a sandstorm. You see that is brewing further to the north. But you also see that Portia, her husband, and Mr. Lacroix are all making their way across several large dunes, wrapped in white cloth and robe to help with the sun's heat. And you see Portia look up and go, "Ah! Shit! Get that damn thing out of here! It's here! Would you pay attention, you shit?" And she points at the eye as Mr. Lacroix just kind of looks up and dispels it.
As it happens, Mercy's gonna look at Ro and go, your mom looks miserable.
It makes me happy.
I also scared the shit out of her.
Makes me happier.
Yeah.
It's good.
They're in the desert, traveling still south, but still in Lucretia. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Anything else you guys wish to do during the night?
Same thing as I always do, forbiddance.
That's fair. Maddie?
Nope.
No? Okay. So, you guys will spend the night here. You rest up in preparation to head over towards the Feywild. Now, if there are any things that you guys need to do before you move over there, be sure to let me know, as otherwise I'll be moving on with you guys heading through the portal, and then we'll be ending it there.
And then we have to take a week break.
Yeah.
What if we played while you're at the Red Fair, guys?
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't imagine what the internet's like.
We can all get on one phone and share headphones.
Oh, that would be funny, but no.
It's even more interesting because we won't be playing the 17th, we will be playing the 24th, and then we won't be playing the 31st because that's when I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Feywild is fucking with real life.
Real life time.
Yep. Sounds about right. To be fair.
You guys take a nice long rest, and you begin to get ready, essentially. You pack up what few objects you guys have with you, and Roses appears to be content with staying at the town for the time being, but you don't know if he'll be there when you come back. Gael, Irith, and Seriandi are both inside of the new house, or new home, and maybe you'll come back eventually, but for right now they're fine. You're not terribly worried. You guys all will make your way over to the fairy ring, where you find this huge-sized purple-feathered bird creature, the giant beak, and large, like, plucked feathered chicken wings with this big, long tail, also plucked. And it just looks over all you and goes, yum, 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 yum.
This is Jub Jub.
Gail, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought you were fucking with us.
Nope.
Those tongues actually work.
You guys can. What would you like to try for options on him?
I mean, I can cast tongues on myself because I can understand any language, which technically some animals do have languages, like Giant Elk speaks Giant Elk.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You can try.
Certainly will.
From your knowledge, you only know that the Archfey, and maybe even some very powerful regular Fey can maybe control a Tane. But as for understanding you don't know if it's understanding language or so much as just understanding the force of will. So you don't know.
Well, if you're able to understand me, if you head over there, Gael will give you a treat.
The Jubja bird kind of hops off its perch on top of the gate and walks over to you, Haru, and just looks you right in the eyes and goes, and then walks off. Not towards Gael. It doesn't understand you.
Well, it seems that language is not the answer.
Someone mentioned another option, or like another thing they wanted to try, right?
I said detect thoughts, but it depends on if it was prepared today.
Yeah, and if it has intelligence high enough for it.
you mentioned it, Rudy would have prepared it. Hold on.
You did mention it. In fairness, I know you mentioned it because it was brought up at some point.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. So she'll try it. For it to work.
So, fun fact: the Jub bird has an intelligence of 2.
Okay, so it doesn't work.
But
That's fine.
I will say, there is something that I can do with this because I like the idea of it. I'm gonna rule of cool this. You cast detect thoughts on this creature, and as you do, you focus inward towards his brain, and it just becomes empty. You don't hear thoughts. You don't hear concepts of emotion or anything like that. It's almost like you're trying to focus on a rock, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
So you push in a little bit further, and a little bit further, and a little bit further, and eventually you do start to pick up on something, but not an actual thought, not an actual conception created by the Jub bird, as so much as is an echo of something that was left for it and is directing it. And you hear inside the brain,
Find her. Find Sariandi. Bring her to me now.
Oh. Oh. Looks at Gael. Whoever made this creature is looking for your mother.
Good luck.
By the way, Connor.
yes,
Through detect magic and/or arcana, can Haru determine if the ring of the fairy circle functions kind of similar to like spells that
it's an
creatures?
It's an abjuration effect of some sort.
Restricts the fae from going through.
You would assume so, yeah. Judging by the Jub bird's aversion.
Gael, you said that it understood when you spoke Sylvan?
Aye.
She'll look at the Jub bird and she'll be like, lead us to the person who made you.
The Jub bird looks at you and goes...
In Sylvan, obviously.
It looks at you and goes, yep, and it just kind of like chomps on your head slightly, and then just kind of sits back down.
Okay, well, I tried. I don't know. What else?
Yes, Mercy.
Do these things lay eggs? I'm just thinking of the mean omelet Maddie could make with one of its eggs.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. What you just said is fucked up.
Well, considering that the books have them as created and not like hatched, chances are low that they make actual eggs.
Aww, I wanted to.
You look into the eyes of the Jub bird, and you realize its head is much too empty to even come close to reproducing.
Alright.
God damn it.
Haru will go up to it and then Sylvan say, "You cannot leave this ring, but we know about what you seek. Your best chance at fulfilling your goal is to lead us to whomever created you."
Take me to your leader.
Can't we just... It's... Okay, so you...
And it just kind of keeps sitting there.
It was said that, it was translated that he was looking for Gail's mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so bear with me. It's dumb. We have her staff. He doesn't know who she is.
What?
Gail Gael looks enough like his mom, has the staff, and the bird is fucking stupid.
Additional point, he has magic to change his appearance.
Yeah, I was gonna just say that too.
Becca, you and Jill had that thought at the same time.
You solved my Jub puzzle.
Jill, same hat.
All right, fuck it.
Would its head explode if multiple of us appeared as?
Rudy just uses seeming to make you all look like Soriandi.
Please, do you actually do this?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I don't have it prepared, so no.
God, I wish.
I feel like the bird's brain would explode.
I mean, Haru can do one.
No, we shouldn't. There's some trauma there that would probably be dug up by being surrounded by a bunch of
Ro
your
is going, no, we shouldn't, as you look at the tattoo that lets you disguise self.
We shouldn't do that.
Alter self.
It's not even disguise self, it's alter self. Like, Gael, do you want to try that? I mean, it's pretty stupid, and you look enough like a...
Gael just did.
Oh, Gael, you have turned yourself
Gael
into Sariandi?
Snaps fingers.
The Jub bird immediately goes...
You did well. Now, where are we going?
It kind of walks over to you, grabs your hand and like forearm, and just kind of starts dragging you.
Gail's gonna whap him on the head with the staff real quick. I can walk, thank you very much. Let's go.
Starts going into the hole.
Oh, gotta follow.
Yes, we're all following.
Like a perfectly normal bird and gave it anxiety.
No, we didn't give it anxiety. We gaslit a puppy.
Actually, I think the thing about Jub birds from Alice in Wonderland is that they're constant state of high passion and anxiety, essentially.
Yeah.
So this thing is an existential crisis
This thing
bundled
is a
up in.
cursed animal. It's been given something to do. So, God, just wait until the disguise self wears off.
Well, when that happens, I can take over.
I was like, we literally have 3 people who can trade the job.
I can do it indefinitely.
I mean,
Technically speaking, even while sleeping.
God.
So you guys begin falling after the Jub bird, further into the hole, and as you go down into this tunnel, you feel that it begins to tighten a little bit more, and you start kind of hunching as you're moving down. And it tightens more, and then you crawl, and then and then it hunches down even more and tighter until eventually you're belly crawling through this tunnel. You don't know how the fuck the Jub bird's making its way through this, but you're hearing the distant sounds of it going as it's just like scuttling through the dirt. And then the tunnel begins to twist and turn and go upside down, like some kind of a hellish worm path that just keeps traveling further and further down in a claustrophobic nightmare until eventually you feel it become open air and you drop about 5 feet down onto the ground in this bright teal colored grass that is around you as your compatriots begin to fall down behind you too. And looking up, there is no dirt above you. The only thing to get back out of is another tunnel that's behind you on the ground level. But around you, you see this bright teal grass that begins to change colors as it stretches out further and further into a different hue. And then the trees themselves twist and bend in odd angles. There are others that actually just move and twist in right angles. So instead of having just a naturally moving tree branch, it juts 90 degrees and juts 90 degrees and juts 90 degrees in this weird, almost like a dragon. What's the word of that dragon fractal? That's it, the dragon fractal, where it just kind of indefinitely branches off and twists and turns and twists and turns. All of them, these bright colors, these odd mishmash of normal colors and things that just don't look right in nature.
And all around you, you hear bird song, animals moving, running around. You hear constant movement, a constant flux of activity. You hear some voices off in the distance, and then they seem to fade away. You're not too sure where, though. The Jub bird is nearby, kind of looking at you, but you see that it is standing there in this world that has an almost perpetual sunset that kind of seems to shift in colors in this almost eternal prismatic shifting shade. Welcome
curious.
to the Feywild, everybody.
God.
I hope you're ready.
I'm curious about how dumb Jub Bird actually is. Does it gotta do a test?
Okay, wait, is this what we're gonna end it with?
Dancing lights can make the vague form of a humanoid.
Uh-huh.
If he does that and has Gael speak with Cyanne's voice, will it follow that vague form
Well, what are you gonna do, bud? Tell me what you're doing. Tell me. Say it exactly.
Har will ask it. If I make a vague form that looks like your mother out of dancing lights in a similar color scheme, and you do the voice, do you think this bird will follow it?
Let's find out.
It's a perfect chaos pair.
So, Haru, you use dancing lights to make a humanoid form in the shape of Sariandi, and the Jub bird turns and goes, "Rah, rah."
What is it, Dare?
I'm gonna like hold a hand up, kind of by it.
We broke him.
We broke it.
Gail's gonna drop the form.
It's gonna start walking a bit.
Kind of move after the dancing light form now.
That solves that for a while.
Alright.
I can keep this up as long as I don't need to concentrate on anything else.
Alright. And you guys, puppeting a dancing light form of Sariandi, to manipulate this poor Jub bird, move your way into the Feywild.
Is it any worse than one of us impersonating her?
I mean, really? It didn't seem to pay attention to the voice. It was just looking for the form of Sariandi. So,
Kind of figured it.
thank you all very much for being here for the stream. Thank you to the folks in chat. Thank you to the folks who are lurking. Love having you guys here all the time. I would say a very special thank you very much to my friends, my players. Thank you all so much for being here. I love having you guys here. If you enjoy what we do, please follow us on Twitch. Spread the word. Tell your friends. If you really enjoy it, subscribe. If you want, you can follow. You can go into our Discord, give us game recommendations, and interact with us. We love saying hello. We stream regularly Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. As we said a little earlier in the stream, next Saturday we're not going to be able to do D&D because unfortunately we're down a good chunk of players that are going to
The people. It's literally half.
It's literally
4
half
people.
the team. Which, since I'm one of the people left behind, means I would have 2 players.
3, but yeah.
3 players. Yeah, you're right. I would have 3
Unless
players.
something happens and Cody's now missing next week because you
This
know
is
how
true.
Cody's.
Family is, yeah.
But, so we'll either think of something then, or well, who knows? Maybe we may accidentally wind up missing that Saturday, which, sorry. And then the Saturday, towards the end, on the 31st, I'm not going to be here, which means there's no way we're going to have a game. Unless another one of the DMs pops up and decides to do something. But, thank you all for being here. I'd like to ask my lovely players to please tell the stream goodbye.
Bye.
Stream.